Go! This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the FanDuel Thunderdome. It is Winter Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. This sports show starts right now. Football! It's what we chat about on the day-to-day basis, except for tomorrow and Friday, where we will be off celebrating Thanksgiving, which we wish you all to have the greatest Thanksgiving in the history of Thanksgivings. We hope that the 3 football games that go from 12:30 all the way to 11 are absolutely electrifying and fantastic. We hope that the conversation around the dinner table is positive. We hope that families come together and enjoy themselves. We hope nothing but the best for all of you. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this every single day. There is some news we certainly have to chat about on this particular Winter Wednesday. There are winners that are going to be announced. Kay Adams is joining us in about 27 minutes to announce our FanDuel family boost coming together.
Hell yeah.
Us, which includes myself, AJ, Darius, and the boys coming together with FanDuel TV's Kay Adams to make one big super boost for tomorrow so we can hopefully all win in the FanDuel family on Thanksgiving. Can't wait to chat with her. AJ Hawk will join us in about 57 minutes or so to chit-chat about everything going on in Columbus. And what does he do with a family of 70 on Thanksgiving? Can't wait to chat with him. And hopefully we'll get some questions from around the internet as well. And just enjoy the hell out of this Wednesday before 2 days being taken off by us. We're getting lazy. The Toxic Table at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Connor, we'll start with you. How do you feel about us taking off Friday? Are we lazy? Is this the moment in time where we look in the mirror at a bunch of sacks of shit? Is that what's going on right now, Connor?
Well, I don't think lazy is the right term for it, and I'm not sure how to feel yet, because if the Patriots do really well on Thursday night, I'm going to be pretty pissed that we're not, in here talking about how great Bill Belichick is, how the Patriots offense
Yeah, there'll be 2 other games for us to talk about.
Sure,
too, so.
But the big one, the primetime one, the one that they save for everybody to make sure that they're watching, is Patriots-Vikings, which
No, I think it's because everybody has that turkey coma. What's that called when you eat?
Yeah, tryptophan.
You eat too much tryptophan, you fall asleep. That's why they put the Patriots game last, because they're like, listen, not only will the tryptophan get you, wait till you see this fucking football game. Boom. Night, they'll call it Ambien. That's what the NFL said. We got an Ambien matchup for you on Thursday night on Thanksgiving to help with that tryptophan that you just injected into your soul via turkey. And listen, I talked to... Who did I talk to yesterday about that? We were just talking about the parts of the turkey, weren't we? That we eat and we don't eat?
Aaron. Rodgers.
Aaron, right, because he used to cook dessert. Yeah, it was literally with Aaron yesterday. Did not know he was the one that was the Thanksgiving host all these years at Green Bay.
Host with the mostest.
Bad teammate.
Yeah, they're crazy. This dude's cooking the turkey, hosting Thanksgiving,
everybody.
a family thing in which we all know all the things that have been said about it. He's hosting fucking Thanksgiving. The Crosbys have taken it from him.
Well, pretty selfish of him not to let anyone else host Thanksgiving.
Of course,
Good point,
of course, Nick Moraldo, Nikki Nuzini. How could we not look at it that way? But chatting with him, there are people that prefer the white meat of a turkey. And it's like, I don't understand those people at all. And we must also... think about whenever they give opinions on other stuff, too. And are you a guy who likes
I'm a white meat guy, but the distinction is if you fuck it up and it's dry, yeah, it is terrible, and I am a dark meat guy. But if you cook a turkey right and it's moist, the white meat is delicious.
I would like to give no offense, then, to anybody that had cooked me turkeys in the past. And I don't think my mom was ever a big turkey cooker, but if she did on a couple Thanksgivings, this is no shot at my mother, who has never claimed to be an incredible chef, although she has been giving a lot more effort and time in the kitchen these days. I'm proud of my mom. She had to work her ass off. Obviously didn't have time to be the best chef of all time while she's working, raising kids, doing everything. So I appreciate Sal, but I think she's getting in there a little bit more. No offense to her or anybody in part of any of the Thanksgivings that I've been to in the past that created this opinion that I have. I don't even fuck with it. You're telling me there is white turkey that isn't dry?
Oh, yeah, delicious.
Never heard of it.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
Never the next day or anything like that. But
At Tone Diggs, one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys. And those good piece of meat when he sees one.
never the next day or anything like that. You're not going to have the next day white meat or anything like that that's moist or anything like that. But if you get a turkey that's done right, first and foremost, like right out of the oven, and you have it right away, then you got a chance for a good white piece.
I don't even look at it. You hear me? And I think that's because of the turkeys that I grew up.
Probably.
Maybe. Once again, no offense to whoever cooked those turkeys, but I think maybe there was a time where I grabbed that because I felt obligated to do as such with the way it was set up, and I ate it. Almost choked and died.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Now there you go. There's no flavor on this thing, and I'm going to die. Sweet. Give me the dark meat. I'm heading there forever. I don't even think about that side of the fucking turkey. It's on a plate normally separated the two.
Yep.
I'm going right for the fucking bone. Give me the bones. Give me whatever I got here. You're saying I need to maybe dabble back into the white meat game and see if it's not as dry and terrible and going to kill me.
Potentially. I think you can take one peek at it and you can know.
Sam's great cook. Sam is a great chef. Great. I don't even look at it. Probably pretty disrespectful to her, I guess. I was just assuming her turkey was terrible, too.
I'll be honest with you. Never had a good piece of white meat turkey until I moved to Indiana, and I believe it's because the turkeys of Western Pennsylvania drink out of the rivers, and the rust drains the juiciness from their bodies.
Okay. So you're not, no offense to anybody that has ever cooked you a turkey either.
No.
No, yeah, but you kind of probably did take offense to
it's no one's fault in Western Pennsylvania. It's just the landscape and their nutrition and their diet that leads to maybe a drier piece of white meat with our turkeys that we grew up
I'm
with.
talking, you try to cut that thing, especially if you're using plastic silverware, which is potentially taking place. I mean, that thing is just shredding it's like I'm getting shredded turkey. And it's like, oh, this is fun. Can't wait to eat this. Thanksgiving, everybody's happy about it. So I'm a big ham guy because ham, guess what? Ham ain't never going to kill me. My God, it was so good.
So moist.
So I'm happy to hear that it was the particular turkeys in which that were being served in our part of town, which is why. So I'm going to dive back in, I guess, to the white meat tomorrow. But Sam's one of the best chefs, one of the best cooks, I think, maybe on earth, let alone that I've ever, definitely the best I've ever been with. If that thing's dry tomorrow, it almost kills me.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be loud.
Maybe it's just going to be my palate. And then let's dive into the sides here a little bit.
Okay.
We all know the best side is stuffing.
Bar none.
Zero questions.
Yes, no debate.
It's a carb party.
Yeah.
It's a little sandwich. It is delightful, especially if it has a little crunch. Not every piece should be crunchy, but some of the pieces should be crunchy. Stovetop fucking, to be honest, not a lot of companies that have been marketed nationwide and kind of spread so thin have really been able to maintain a good quality of food. Stovetop, I feel like whoever fucking Mr. and Mrs. Stove and Top are really had a good recipe. I feel like I'm down with Stovetop. Even though I've had the homemade stuffing, which I appreciate the effort and I appreciate everything you've done. The Stovetop folks already have it figured out. Don't need you to waste your time doing that. Maybe do something else. Unbelievable stuffing.
Yeah, so good.
Don't do it.
Come on. Don't. I mean, let's just stick with how good stuffing is. Okay? It's a great side. Everyone
I think this is the year that we all decide that there is no reason at all.
Don't say it.
For mashed potatoes to be forced into the Thanksgiving meal. We can get any other type of fucking potato.
Dude!
Any other potato. Literally. Worst potato possible, mashed potato.
Whoa!
You know steak fries? Fries are good. Steak fries, not good. You know why? Because they put fucking mashed potatoes inside of them. They inject the worst potato into some of the best potato, and it overrides the good potato to make a shit potato, which is known as the steak fry. Any triple baked, double baked, fried. Oh my God. Literally any other potato is good. The mashed potato is the worst form of potato. And I am so sick of it being forced in every. Don't feel obligated to put the mashed potatoes in there. Put a potato in there for sure. Because, I mean, what are we doing if we're not paying respect to the potato world and what it has done for our eating and livelihoods as a whole?
Irish blood, nonetheless.
Yeah, don't hate potatoes as a whole. Hate the potato that tastes the worst.
Would you rather eat a meatball sub or mashed potatoes?
Man,
shoot yourself.
I'm dreaming about fucking mashed potatoes on top of a meatball sub.
Oh, so good.
Oh, man. Don't you die on this mashed potato hill. Please don't. Don't do it, okay?
We're begging you,
please.
All right, I'm not going to try to run it off there. There is a lot of mashed potato, like, you know, people that are big mashed potato fans.
Yeah, you're looking at one right here.
Yeah, but you're only a mashed potato fan because I said that I'm not a mashed
No.
potato.
No.
That is not what happened.
Going all the way back to my childhood.
Your argument's so valid, though. You have to add so much more shit.
It's not the mashed potatoes itself is this piece of paper here, crumbled up into something. Then you add the flavor on top of it. You might as well just fucking eat just plastic or rubber that you do.
You got to do that for everything. You got to do that for stuff, and stuff is not just croutons and bread. You got to add a bunch of stuff to make it taste good.
Yeah, but that's how it's expected to come. The mashed
What about
potatoes
cheesy
come.
mashed potatoes?
What's that, pal?
What about cheesy mashed potatoes?
Okay, sweet. Then that's not mashed potatoes. Mashed
Yeah, it
potatoes.
is.
It is.
Cheesy. The thing you're eating is the cheese. The
still-
mashed
it's
potato
the same.
itself not good.
It's the same. You're just adding something else
Not the
to
same.
it. It's like a garnish.
Are we
Not
just
the
assuming
same.
salt is part of fries, or?
Well, yeah, and the fry.
Okay.
And the fry part is
ketchup.
part of it. It's how it's served.
I do love mashed potatoes, but you are 1,000% right. If you're eating plain mashed potatoes, like they're fucking nasty.
Terrible.
I got people tweeting me the
They're
last
terrible.
time I said this. They're like, mashed potatoes are delicious. They don't
On
even
their own, no,
know.
they're not.
I love those.
They're the worst. People that are growing the fucking potatoes or whatever don't even eat mashed potatoes.
No.
Just plain ass mashed. You might as well just grab a potato. You start eating like a fucking apple. Which
Dead wrong.
some people
Yeah,
do,
some
I guess. But what are those people
I've
are
eaten
coming
raw
at?
potatoes. I don't
all the
mind.
time.
Oh, are you eating onions too, like the fucking Grinch? We were eating somewhere. I forget where we went. We went to that barbecue place down in. Where were we just at? It was cold, not as cold as Montana before then. Tennessee, maybe? No.
Georgia.
No.
Appalachian State.
Memphis.
In Austin. We were in Austin. Yeah, it was a little chillier down there.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
They had the blue northern storm come in that day.
That's right.
Had heavy rain and like 40-degree weather. It was cold. We go to a barbecue spot, a meat spot. I forget the name. Stubbs, maybe? Stubbs, I think was the name of it. We go in there really good. They just serve like just a shit ton of onions, like with pickles right next to it in a basket thing. Before we got anything, it just came out there. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to, I guess you're supposed to probably mix it in with the food and the meat or whatever. It came like 20 minutes before that, though. It was kind of sitting there all by itself. And I was starving. I had not eaten yet because I traveled the morning of, didn't get any food. Then we did the show, didn't get any food. Then I was waiting for this to get food. So I just ate the onion plain.
Whoa.
And I felt like the fucking Grinch. Pretty delicious.
Yeah, not bad.
What?
I love onions.
Yeah.
Really?
I can eat them
Onions
straight up no matter what. I love them.
I don't think it could be like the soft onion, the diced
Sauteed?
blocked. The sauteed not bad as well. Same with the mushrooms. I like the sauteed mushrooms as well. But the crunchy onion,
Were they pickled or was it raw?
the ones that are on quarter pounders.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are not pickled. No, just like standard. Like
Like
what
they're just diced onions. Diced red onions.
are they diced or,
Or like
chopped?
Are they circle?
I think they're chopped onion. No, not the circle. Circle ones I don't like.
Okay.
We talking red or white? We're talking white, right?
White, yeah. Thick. Seem to have like a little pop to it whenever I ate it.
Yeah.
That's good.
The
See,
sweet,
So
sweet
good.
onion.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Now back to the potatoes. Those are trash. If I would have done that with what I did that, I would have puked right on Stubbs' table. So that's how much I don't like natural potatoes all by themselves, mashed potatoes. But let's go mac and cheese, right? We're getting mac and cheese on
Have
this.
to have
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Mac and cheese on the ham on a Hawaiian roll.
Well, you wouldn't just eat the plain
No,
macaroni noodle.
we're not doing
No,
this
you
with
wouldn't.
Well, it's not called macaroni. Like, yeah, you're right. People serve macaroni. But it's mac and fucking cheese.
Yeah, it's,
That
mashed, it's mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
Well, okay, all right. Listen, if you want to add that whole department together, that those must be together. Serve it with it on top, then too. Already, go ahead and ruin it all down there. Get it all soiled in.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes is a waste of space in your stomach. Is all I'm saying. I enjoy eating. Get that shit the fuck out of there, so you have more room for what's coming afterwards, which we haven't even dabbled into. We will. Macaroni and cheese, though. Ham, Hawaiian roll. So after the main meal,
Yeah. Post meal.
45 minutes, an hour afterwards,
Yep.
when you're are you hungry? What do you want to eat? You don't know. Oh, you want a little ham, don't you? Yeah, just a little bit. You want a little mac? Oh, we could add a little cheese flavor in there. Fucking put it on a Hawaiian roll, the best rolls. Oh, maybe even some stuffing. Put some stuffing in there as well. We're about 24 hours away from that happening.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh my God.
That might be the best Thanksgiving treat right there.
Well, apple pie is so good.
Pumpkin pie.
I was
You a
talking
big
yesterday.
pumpkin over apple pie?
Love
I'm a
pumpkin
pumpkin-
pie. I don't know.
pumpkin pie,
It's
too.
hard to go what pie over what pie because I like them all so much equally, but I will start absolutely with a pumpkin. It's like
Just
the
paying
whipped cream.
tribute to Thanksgiving?
Exactly.
Typically.
You ever
See-
have a pumpkin roll?
I used to as a child. No, just give me the fucking apple pie. No, I'm not playing
See,
games. Give
when
me
you
the-
grow up in Massachusetts, Thanksgiving is just different for me. I don't know if you guys can really understand just because of the Pilgrims and what we
Mayflower.
went through.
The
and
Revolution
Mayflower.
region.
Nina, Pinta, Santa
Plymouth.
Maria.
And that's exactly why I think I like mashed potatoes so much because I remember
That's what they were eating whenever they arrived at the fucking
Bingo.
Plymouth Rock.
That's right.
Why would we change anything with flavor or do it any other fashion? Let's do it the same way they were doing at the beginning when they were putting it over fire and they just had the potato and they're
Boom.
doing this to it.
First Thanksgiving ever. That's what they were doing. And they were still eating corn on the cob. They didn't just have sweet corn and all the nice things with it, too.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
that's just Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts is super American, right?
Well, I mean, the turkey is their state bird.
No, yeah, but I'm just super American up there. That's why Thanksgiving's a little bit more.
More American than the South. I don't know what Zito just told you, but I'm
Well,
excited to find out what he's going to
mashed
say.
potatoes are from the French, obviously. So
French fries and...
No. Made in America. Called it after them because we stole their mashed potatoes, I think. Now that we're kind of piecing it together.
Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Now we're trying
America.
Pizza, America.
Yeah,
sure.
Chinese food.
American.
What else? You got the mac and cheese on the side.
I think we can all agree that the worst thing by far is the cranberry sauce.
Yes.
Right? Just
I don't
unneeded.
fuck with it at all. What is it? What is it for? Is that for the white meat?
I don't know what it's
No,
for.
I think it's almost just like a palate cleanser. Like, you're
Okay.
eating whatever, and then because if you put cranberry sauce on your plate, it's fucking spilling onto everything and ruining everything. I know Gumpy loves cranberry sauce.
Zeno just said this is Gumpy's favorite
Gumpy
part.
loves cranberry sauce more than just about anything. And we've told him many times, like, hey, as soon as you put that on your plate, you're better off just throwing everything in the garbage because now
That's like a meatball sub.
Well, I don't know about that.
Because it goes all over the place.
you're basically
Nick
just
last
eating
year.
a plate full of cranberry sauce because it overwhelms.
What is it for? You just take it as a palate cleanser in between, like
I
the
think
meal
so.
and
I
everything?
mean,
I have no idea.
Never
I've never
did it.
had it in my
I've
entire
never
life.
even tried it. I've seen it. I know it's there. Like I know it's a part of the whole thing.
Sure.
Never dabbled. Never even thought about it, actually, which I think was probably a good decision. But this is just like the white meat thing. Maybe there's some good cranberry. Is there good cranberry? I think they do it in different. I've seen it as like a Jello before, right?
Yeah.
And
Jello's
then you
good.
see it as like there's like a crunchy texture one too. I think
I can see like if I was at the bar in the house or whatever, I made myself a vodka drink and I forgot to put a mixer in there, and I got to the table and I said,
Woo-woo.
I need some. I'll put some cranberries in here.
So you get a woo woo. Just
sure.
I love cranberry juice. Of course. It's delicious. But
It's also good for
you can just
detox
poop.
in the body.
Yeah,
and
just
everything
get
like
everything out.
Yeah,
Nick last year
menstruation.
mentioned, the cranberry sauce being food of the poor's, and I think he kind of nailed it. Did
he say
last
that?
He said
year.
about mashed.
No. He said that about cranberry sauce. Mashed potatoes.
Nick, what's
I-
your deal? What are you out on your high horse looking down on things?
I mean, you got to know. You just look around. We don't need to hide it. We don't need to be pretend. We live in a fairy tale. There's poor people and they eat cranberry sauce.
all right, Nick.
Brett Favre back here.
Everybody needs to know.
Well,
Yeah,
Brett Favre
seeped
wouldn't touch cranberry
Those
sauce.
gloves
Yeah.
are seeped into his brain.
Brett Favre actually would steal the cranberry sauce the
right.
night before Thanksgiving.
exactly,
If
from the
it
soup
was
kitchen.
to remain,
Yeah.
if what everything has been alleged is true. What else is another side out there that people are going to look forward to? Sweet potatoes.
Potatoes.
Sweet potato,
Love
I'm a big sweet potato guy.
Good
Always
sweet
eat
mashed potatoes.
That came late. Yeah, it's different.
It
No,
is.
it's
It
much
is
mashed.
different.
Brown
I would-
sugar.
hey, you give me mashed sweet potato, I will eat that.
Seriously.
I will eat mashed sweet
way.
potato.
Yes.
Squash. You mean
definitely.
squash? That's what you're eating is squash. Squash is what you should be eating. If you're eating anything that is the color of sweet potatoes, it should be squash. And if you're not, then you're just
What are you-
disrespecting
you
the original
decorating
Thanksgiving.
Halloween? Like, what, this is a decoration of
Squash,
it?
no,
I think
squash is
yellow.
No, squash is one of the main parts of a traditional Thanksgiving.
Well, I'll tell you what, I ain't eating it over sweet potato. Sweet potato's damn good. I'll have
Sweet
sweet potato.
potatoes.
What color do you think sweet potato is?
Fucking orange.
Okay, what
Sweet-
color is squash?
orange most of the time.
What, depending upon its ripeness, or are you going to go back on a...
There are some tanner squashes.
Have I ever had a squash? I don't think I've ever had a squash.
Squash is delicious.
What do you eat it as?
Squash, but what do you mean? Just eat it as squash.
Well,
there it is.
What is
No,
it?
it's not up there.
Yeah, this is the
Green
most
bean
popular Thanksgiving side dishes.
See,
Squash
this
isn't
is
even...
not my fucking America. I'll tell you what, this is the America that they're trying to push on my TV these
Not
days.
my favorite, but I fucking love corn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
corn as well.
Corn.
Not
Green
that
bean
type of
casserole's
corn.
good, too.
Not that type of corn, though.
No,
I don't
it's
want any of
more
that
like
creamed corn.
What
I don't want
8% of Marks put salad on here? See, this is why this is not the traditional American Thanksgiving. That's
that. You're
just
saying squash should be in there over salad?
absolutely anything should be
What
in there
is
over
squash,
salad.
though? How do you eat it? What is it like a... What, I don't
No,
know.
it's like it is similar to mashed potatoes. Really, it is that
no,
sort of
It's
texture.
like a gourd.
Yeah, and then you heat
Yeah,
it
but
up.
how do you eat it?
It's kind of like
spoon.
it's got the consistency of like baby food. It's like Gerber
Almost.
baby food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
No, no, no. That's not true.
Some healthy
absolutely
people make
disgusting.
like spaghetti squash because like You heat it up and then you
Boom!
That's
that's
sweet
not
potato.
squash.
No,
That's sweet
that's
potato.
squash.
That's sweet potato.
No, that's squash.
I
See?
typed in squash.
Look
Yes.
how delicious
like sweet
that
potato,
looks.
though.
That's squash.
That does look delicious.
It's so good. It's good for you.
Are you putting cinnamon and everything on it like you do sweet potato?
You can if you do, but again,
Is
I'm
that salty or sweet? This taste.
a little salty, little sweet. You got a little bit of both. I'm a plain Jane. I don't put stuff on my my squash. I barely even.
I know,
put
but we're talking about
butter.
for like other people to potentially want to eat it. You know,
Yeah, other marks can put whatever they want on it. I just refuse to put anything because like I said, I fucking honor Thanksgiving. Okay, I eat like they ate when it was 1450 and they were just hanging out eating stuff. And granted, we didn't get to America till 1492. When I think about it, right there, so more so when it's like
This is LeBron James.
1500.
With the Migos.
Yeah, that's true. I was on America in 1320.
Pat,
yeah.
you might be in on butternut squash. Apparently, it's lower in calories, carbs, and sugar compared to the sweet potato.
Boom!
Nice. That'd be how many carbs?
Oh, you saying butternut
None.
squash? That's
it
different.
has
than
no
squash.
carb. It has no.
I'm
carbs?
not sure. I just saw it was lower.
Thanksgiving's not the day to be doing
No,
that kind
no,
of
no.
stuff.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm talking about forever. Though.
Oh, okay.
Because if I got this bread that I got that
Yeah,
has
true.
no, and I'm making French toast with it every single egg and this bread with cinnamon on it because cinnamon has little carbs, and then there's this syrup that has no carbs. I'm eating French toast every single night like a fucking. Like I'm literally having Sunday brunch every single night.
Yes.
No carbs. It is. If I can add a sweet potato alternative on top of that to the side, I'm living like a king for the rest of my life doing the keto diet.
That's squash. Welcome to the jungle, baby. You just found the greatest food possibly out there and the most underrated for sure.
So it's definitely not in the top 12 of most popular sides. What else was in there that we didn't hit? Was there something we didn't?
Green bean casserole.
I don't fucks with the green
Nah.
beans. I should, but I do not.
No reason for
Not bad.
vegetables on this day.
I eat green beans all the time. I don't want to eat it on Thanksgiving.
So that cup of mashed potatoes right there, you look at that and you go, yeah.
6 to
give me that.
midnight, baby. Give me that shit.
Starch overload.
Is
am
is
I
that
right?
is that mashed potatoes or ice cream? I really can't even tell because they look the same basically.
Well, potentially a similar look. But
I mentioned this recently. He said a hot crescent roll. I know you have your Hawaiian rolls or whatever, but you get a nice buttered hot crescent roll.
I'm on that
too.
team as well.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
That French also gave us that. I believe
Yep.
it is. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
merci beaucoup
Whatever.
for the
Absolutely.
crescent rolls.
They hate us anyways. They can go to hell.
Well, why you eat their mashed potatoes and tribute to them every single day?
I don't think about them when
Yeah,
I
you
eat
do.
them. I think about the pilgrims that built this fucking country, starting in Massachusetts. That's what I think about.
All right, I hope everybody has an incredible Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy we can break that down. We'll do that hour 2 with AJ Hawk as well.
Yep.
See if there's any Thanksgiving
Well,
differences in Ohio.
Yeah, his traditional Thanksgiving, as we know, is just a nice piece of chicken and some rice and.
So I tried to keto harder this week because I knew that I was going to do Thanksgiving. And I wonder what people like AJ do. Like, do they have? Is it just a understood cheat day for everybody on Thanksgiving, or is there some psychopaths out there that are still doing their 6 meals? The Rock, is he having a cheat day tomorrow?
Has to.
Yes, he is.
I don't know.
But like,
If it fits into the Rock schedule. I mean, remember those
Right.
cheat days are coming after he's becoming a too super of a superhero.
Yeah.
Is what the only thing that was being said about Black Adam. The downfall of Black Adam. Too much super. Too super.
Too super of a hero.
Too super. It's not believable. Okay. He's a fucking superhero, so we're not in there. If he's training for, owning another tequila company, and then he finds some time in there, he'll eat 45 pancakes, all the sushi in the world, 4 pizzas, French toast, the whole
Right.
thing. Which has to be. Does he automatically have to take one of those on Thanksgiving? Does he set a schedule up to do that? I wonder. Like Mark Wahlberg, same guy who lives on a very calculated system. AJ Hawk eats nothing every day. Like, is Thanksgiving the pass, and does their bodies understand that and know that it's coming? I wonder.
he's going to tell you yes, but I don't think I believe it.
Yeah, AJ's going to say, I'll eat whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah, true.
It's like, okay, I understand that you want to eat chicken because it feels as if that makes your body better. We're just pointing out how it is fascinating that you only eat one meal all the time. It has apparently worked, AJ, but we are just fascinated by your discipline to be able to, no, I eat whatever I want, whenever I want. It's like,
No, you don't.
okay,
but
you want chicken every single day. We get it because it makes you feel better. But yeah, like The Rock, is this his Thanksgiving?
Look
Is
at
that
that
what we're
ham.
looking at right here?
Look at that
Yeah.
ham.
Looks good.
From Mama Rock's Facebook. Courtesy.
is that a honey
This year,
baked?
last year.
Shout out to Mama Rock. She can sing her ass off.
yeah.
Never able to get into a full singing career because she had to hold down the fort.
Mama rock me.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's the best. All right, let's enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Okay, here we go.
Go get him.
Big news out of the NFL this morning on this Winter Wednesday, November 23rd, one day before Thanksgiving. The New York Jets have benched Zach Wilson. Adam Schefter has reported that during a team meeting this morning, Jets players were informed that Zach Wilson is not the starter. Who is the starter? Now it is being alleged. Mike White is the starter over Joe Flacco. If you do recall, Mr. White led the Jets on an incredible offensive performance against the Cincinnati Bengals last year. Then he came in and played against the Indianapolis Colts in one drive, made a play, made some plays, moved the team. The hype was real. Zach Wilson was able to watch Mike White do well. He lost feeling in his arm or something in the middle of that game, left the game. They end up losing. Colts win. The story of Mike White's career kind of ended that day because he was riding a high. Now he's getting an opportunity to come back with an incredible team who has everything in front of them still. They're very young. They're ready to go. And the starter, who is also very young, gets benched. This is an opportunity for Mike White to say, hey, this is my team now. This is the New York Jets being led by me. Congrats to him. And congrats to Schefter getting a source from the team minutes after a team meeting happened. I think Saleh's got some shit to figure out if shit's getting out that quickly after a team meeting. But it is New York. The media is what it is. This information was going to get out eventually. Schefter got it from a team meeting. Zach Wilson's NFL career in jeopardy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Bob Saleh said he's not done in New York, indefinitely. Like, this will give him a good time to reset. But young quarterback, like you mentioned, Mike White comes in, he starts balling out. How do you go back to Zach Wilson? I mean, they're 6-4. They're still in the playoffs, basically.
And if Zach lost the locker room already.
That's the thing.
If Zach lost, and we're not saying he did. I would assume he did, just by how he gave the answer. Not that he gave the answer. Right? The fact that he gave the answer, I don't think that is what lost the locker room. I think he had no connection with the locker room, and that led to him giving that answer. So it's like it's one of those things, chicken egg situation. Which one came first? I think he didn't have a relationship with the locker room. That's why whenever he's asked if he's disappointed, instead of saying, yeah, I disappointed them, how about the offensive line? Disappointed those guys. Like his natural leadership answer, and even if it's heart of hearts, he doesn't feel that way. His natural leadership answer, I thought, should have went to the relationships that he's had, the trainers, the front office, the coaches, the fans. Like in a position of leadership, that was an alley-oop for him to kind of do all that. He didn't do that. So my immediate thought was, he doesn't have a relationship, it seems like, with many people. If he's lost the locker room and they have a lot more success without him, I think it would be very difficult for Saleh to go back. And if you're another NFL team, I guess, looking for a quarterback, why would you bring in a guy who seemingly didn't have anybody at his birthday party?
Yeah.
Right? If you kind of make the comparison from draft day, this whole thing, that's going to be a tough decision for people to make going forward. Zach Wilson's in an interesting purgatory right now, and it's all dependent upon how the team does without him. But I think he can get to work, hopefully become a pro, become a little bit more mature, understand how a locker room goes, understand what it's like to be a quarterback of an NFL team. You're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. You have to act that way all the time. You have to engage and interact. You have to do a lot of things. You're not only working on the field, you're working off the field as well. And the only time a team will go is if everybody's together, and the quarterback has to be a massive part of that. And I thought his answer was pretty indicative that he wasn't. So I think Zach Wilson's career, you can say, is in peril right now. If Mike White has success, which all accounts last year say maybe he will, especially with more weapons on the offensive side of the ball, better defense on the other side of the ball. The punt team was very fucking good until the last punt of the game against Patriots. I looked this up. They were only giving up like 2 yards a return all game or something like that.
They're crushing it.
25-mile-an-hour winds in that stadium. They were dominating. They had to cover a kick because a field goal gives the Patriots a win regardless. So they had to kick that thing and cover a kick. A lot of people say just kick it out of bounds, do whatever. Do it. They were covering their asses off until when it mattered. So if that special teams now got embarrassed against a division opponent, if they can play well, this team isn't bad.
No.
Like the Jets aren't bad at all. Mike White could be a spark for them, and hopefully if things get going on the offensive side of the ball, they average 2.77 inches per play in the second half via Chris Towers, I believe was his name, C. Towers. We appreciate that stat. Zach Wilson, interesting predicament here in his second year in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, you hope that he can, kind of learn from this and mature and stuff like that. But I think everything we've seen, at least thus far in his short career, like, I don't think all of a sudden this is going to give him, like, a bunch of perspective. He kind of seems like the guy who's going to get pissy about this and maybe alienate himself even more. And just, when you say something like that, it doesn't really matter where you're at. Any city, there was going to be probably a similar response from the media, but you also have to know that you're playing in New York. Like it's going to be 50x what it would be if you were playing in, Minnesota or like a smaller market team. And it just, I don't know. I mean, you can say what you want about his upbringing, how he was always been wealthy and stuff like that, and probably always got preferential treatment, but at least right now, it seems like he's the kind of guy who's just never going to learn from this. And
Quarterback. Okay, so
Yep.
obviously
Lift it up.
lift up all the time, everywhere. Every team he's ever been on, even in high school, junior high, fucking little league football, quarterback. And also, dad owns JetBlue.
uncle, I think, but
Uncle,
same difference.
family owns JetBlue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's pretty good.
The planes,
Yes,
Yeah,
all of them.
planes.
All of those planes.
Right.
they're nice ones too.
Oh, yeah.
Very
On
nice.
TVs.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. So I think his family, I guess, owns
Yeah.
that. So it would be wrong for us just to assume that his uncle is giving him all the money. But I think the conversation about him has always been like super yup,
Yep.
super propped up and spoiled in this position. And then when things go wrong, how do you handle it? Has he, gotten the opportunity from his JetBlue connections to see what leadership looks like whenever there's adversity or when things are going on? That could be a benefit for somebody, having that type of experience and that type of upbringing. And then whenever moments arise like this one in this press conference, when things are bad, he's obviously not happy about it, right? In that moment, he's emotional as well. He's not his best version of himself, but you got to know as a quarterback in that moment, you have to handle it differently. And I think it's indicative of what's been going on behind the scenes long before this whole benching by Bob Solid. Joining us now, he's a man. Oh, no, not a man. I apologize for that. That is, I don't want to
Have it.
I don't want to
exactly.
misgender anybody ever. Okay,
No.
I want everybody to live their best life. But joining us now is a woman who, whenever she was hosting Good Morning Football, they went on to win Emmys and highly acclaimed. She then went on to become a free agent. She does commercials for Dick's and numerous other companies. You've seen her in the entertainment world. She covers award shows. She covers the superstars because the superstars want to talk to her because she's the superstar of the NFL world. Ladies and gentlemen, FanDuel TV personality, media icon, Kay Adams. What's up, Kay?
Could you follow me around, please? You were the best hype man in the business. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. All those things are true. How is life? Are you the Dick's commercials? I think very good.
Yeah.
I think they're very good. Look at that. Look at the acting.
Yeah.
You're showing off the acting chops, crushing it. How's life this season? How have you been enjoying it all, Kay?
It's really, really fun. FanDuel TV is amazing. They're excellent partners, of course, as you know. So we've just been building the show. It's changed. We're 50-something episodes in now. But, trying to make waves and be relevant and really just sort of stay true to ourselves, too, and have a good time. And that's what we've been doing. So Dick's Sporting Goods commercials are fun, too. My dad is, from Poland, and all he does is watch the World Cup in the middle of the night. And he thinks that I won the World Cup because he sees my commercials play in between the gameplay. So it's really fun.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I think I saw him speaking Polish. Like, are you first generation American? Is that something that's well known?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah, I think so. My parents were born in Poland and, escaped that whole communism thing and came here and raised me. But he doesn't know. He's not a big football fan, but he's a big footy guy. So he's watching that World Cup serious.
Oh, yeah, I saw you guys got a tie yesterday. Oh, man. We did too. We tied too. Soccer.
Right.
Everybody ties all the time. It's actually plus 200 bet on FanDuel, basically. Pretty safe bet almost. Every single soccer game plus 200 on the draw there. This football season, there's been a lot of craziness. There's been a lot of ups and downs. What do you think the story is thus far of this NFL season, both betting-wise and just watching as a spectator, okay? It seems unpredictable right now.
It's super unpredictable. I think, if I'm going to call my shot for the rest of the way, the Brady is freaking me out. I think he's going to come back something fierce. And the Bengals, they started over. They just beat the Steelers. My Bengals, all my good juju into them last year, and I think they've just been so locked in. And without Jamar Chase, they're winning games. They're doing their thing. So I would not be surprised if the Bengals make it far in the AFC.
It seems like there's only a couple teams that can go right now, and it's offensive-driven teams. It feels like every team has a good defense at this point, a lot of low-scoring games. The teams that we think can go are the teams that can fucking score on anybody, and there's only like 5 to 6 of them as opposed to in years past. Have you noticed the difference as well, that it's a lot more defensive struggles and low-scoring games, and do you think the NFL is going to change that?
I don't know if the NFL is going to change that. I'm okay with it being the way it is. I'm obsessed with offense. Of course, I came from a fantasy football background, so who are you talking to, McAfee?
It's bad this year, right? Isn't it? There isn't a lot of scoring this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like
is that
kind of
bad?
sucks. I think the offense
We
kind
need
of
points.
I think it's kind of low. It's much more low scoring this year. Do you think the NFL is going to try to change that, Kay? I think so because of the fantasy people, sports gambling people. I think they will try to change it.
I hope that maybe. I mean, if you look at this slate of action tomorrow, McAfee, you can't. I literally in my life have not seen a more relevant, meaningful, and exciting slate of Turkey Day action. So maybe we start there. Look at what's going on tomorrow.
I think you're right. I honestly believe that, the Giants-Cowboys game being at 4:30, spectacular.
Yeah. Unreal.
Middle of the day, right after the meal, everybody's going to be around. The Patriots-Vikings taking out tonight, that's because the tryptophan's going to be in. We'll help you go to bed. Bill Belichick is going to make this as boring as possible.
No.
This game's going to be 6-3. Okay, you can get to halftime. And then the Bills in the line. Yeah, I mean, literally, there's a chance that that game's 0-0. Have you seen what Bill Belichick has done to people? He's got people getting benched in their second year in their first-round draft pick. He's got coaches getting fired. That's what Belichick's doing right now. What are you looking forward to tomorrow, though, Kay?
I think Tony Pollard is one of the best shows in town. What he's done, with since Zeke's injury, we've always known these past couple of years he's this electric player, but he's averaging 5.9 yards a carry. After Zeke went down, he's averaging over 150 rushing yards a game. So I think he'll be sort of the difference maker for the Cowboys in this one. And I think it wasn't like a fluky loss by the Vikings. The Cowboys are the real deal in the NFC, and if they get Odell, I'm looking for that too. They pull off a big Turkey Day win. Maybe it pulls Odell that way. I talked to Andre Reed this morning, who had talks with Odell earlier this season about potentially reuniting with Von Miller and getting it done in Buffalo, but he was very quiet on whether or not they're actually talking to Odell. So I definitely have my sights. I'm kind of watching everything from an Odell lens to see where would I want to go if I was him.
How do you feel about that life that Odell is living currently? I think he's earned it with how good he's played and how big of a superstar he is and the money he's made. He's been able to do these types of things. But if he's just going to continue to go on one-year deals, sign week 11, week 12 to teams that need an extra weapon and maybe can go win a Super Bowl. What if this guy rattles off 4 or 5 straight Super Bowls here? It would be genius. It'd be the most genius thing. And Ndamukong Suh just did the similar thing with the Eagles. I love it. I'm a big fan of this move for Odell.
It would be amazing to see, and then the precedent will try to follow, of course. I just hope he's healthy. I haven't heard enough about how he actually is looking and feeling. But I'm always going to root for somebody to get paid and be the belle of the ball. So max contract year to year, NBA does it. Why don't we? I love it.
Yeah, bell of the ball. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, bell of the ball.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Here we go. We got a boost, Kay, and this is a FanDuel family boost. Myself, Darius, and AJ put our minds together to agree on a bet for tomorrow. You came in over the top with a bet for tomorrow. I believe the FanDuel folks, because it's a FanDuel family boost coming together, they gave good odds from what I've been told. I've been told they're going to be juicing this one. Now, these are your people, a lot more than my people, but I've been told they're going to be boosting this one pretty big. This goes from minus 140 to plus 150. Let's go! Okay, have you seen this? Have you seen it yet? And how do you feel about it?
I just saw it a couple of minutes ago before I hopped on, and I need your just juju and your positivity and your disposition.
We do too, Kay.
I have not. Listen, I'm new to the sports betting world, and I'm not, McAfee, I'm not even kidding. I have a Party City bag full of stuff ready to celebrate a parlay win.
Oh yeah!
I bought this shit literally week 4 when I started doing this, and I have not yet used it. So I've got all sorts of things, and I'm ready for the champagne shower, the goggles, the tarp, the whole 9. But this seems like a good one. It's Daniel Jones,
boom,
25 plus rushing, right? And I mean, he's done that like 6 times this year. He's definitely doing that because everybody's stacking the box against Saquon, and Daniel Jones is going to go off.
All right. Did you do the stats there? Is it actually only 6 times he's rushed for more than 25 yards? Did you look that up?
I think I did a quick count. Am I wrong? I think.
Okay, hold on. We're still behind.
Every game. It's only 6 years out of the
that's not it. We thought that was every game. We honestly.
Am I doing it wrong?
No, you're doing. We are. Okay, just like you have that confetti package ready to party and ready whatever. We're looking for the same damn thing. It has been tough to hit a super boost. The other night, Dr. Disrespect, massive Niners fan, puts a Hey Niners fan boost together. Everybody on the Niners scores except for the 1 touchdown Christian McCaffrey that he had on the super boost. I bet max bet on that. I'm like, this sounds genius. Couple of yours, I've been like, boom, this sounds genius. What is the deal? I think it's a super boost curse, but you know when the FanDuel family comes together on Thanksgiving to celebrate not only the National Football League, but to celebrate unification of everybody, which is what Thanksgiving's all about. We hit our super boost, Kay.
Hell yeah.
Let's go tomorrow. Let's hit this thing. Come on.
Or else we have to call the Ghostbusters, or Aaron Rodgers has to take us on ayahuasca, or some sort of cleanse, something has to happen, because it is not. I need this to hit, and I mean, it should, right? I know the Lions are feisty. I know they've won 3 straight, but come on, the Bills got to win this one.
Yeah, it's fucking Thanksgiving, Josh. You know?
Come on.
Hey, Josh.
Eat that turkey leg.
Yeah, this was so. Kay had the Bills to beat the Lions, right? That was the one you liked that one. Money line. Here we go. Yes. Just beat the Lions. Then we had to find one bet from the entire day tomorrow that we looked. The Daniel Jones over rush is 37.5 yards or something. So we took alternate rush yards on Daniel Jones lower. 25. This is a fucking dinger, okay?
Yes.
We're all in. Okay. Darius likes it. AJ likes it. Who's hot? AJ went 9-4-1 this weekend. We all like it. Kay likes it. FanDuel doesn't like it. FanDuel doesn't like it.
No.
Let's go, Kay.
They know that it's Thanksgiving though, so they were like, we need a win. You need a win. I need a win. Darius Butler, I don't know. He's doing with those parlays.
Same as us. Same as us. Just one leg. Yeah, same as us. It's tough.
I had yesterday the best striker, like the Lewandowski for Poland, just score a goal. Yep. He has a penalty kick. I go, my curse is over. I'm good. He kicks it right to Ochoa, and I don't win the parlay. It's craziness going on over FanDuel Sportsbook, but this one is a lot. Get in on the action. And it's Thanksgiving. It's all the good vibes. Let's do this.
What?
Hell yeah. We appreciate you joining us, and we can't wait to be a part of the first parlay Super Boost win. We need one as well, so we're pulling for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch her on FanDuel TV every single morning. You can follow along on Twitter, Up and Adams Show, I believe, and at... Yeah.
Hey, Kay Adams.
Hey, Kay Adams. There it is. Perfect. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kay Adams. Thank you,
Kay. Kay!
All right, let's win.
6. Here we fucking go.
Six times?
Yeah.
Tell you what, did not know that.
No, I thought we were.
Boys, what are we doing, boys? Boys, what are we doing? How did that one slip past the fucking goalie before?
Well, the fucking big-time Giants fan, Bruce, has been fibbing to everyone.
So Daniel Jones ran for fucking 200.
So it's been 6 times.
Is this Gumpy? I mean,
it's been 6 times. But there's been 3 times that hasn't, where it's been 24 yards, 21 yards, 20 yards.
I can't have
that. No! That's the problem with us.
We'll get it done.
Sorry, boom, right there. Oh! That's a 24-yard rushing yard shot. So is that one.
That was close. That was very close, too.
Bruce, what'd you do?
I hope you're happy, Bruce. Look at that.
He'll get it done. Total's 37.5. 25.
He had
nothing.
50.
You're right. That's nothing.
He had 50 against the Lions last week.
I will say.
Boom.
You're right. 5 are high. Boom. Maybe not.
Yeah, he had 50 against the Lions. This is Micah Parsons and the Cowboys.
But I think he's going to be running for his life a lot.
I think so, too.
That's what we're all thinking. We're all thinking he's going to be running for his life.
Far right.
50, 24, 20, 107-6 against Baltimore.
Baltimore State's defense.
37, 68, 79, 21, 25. All right, I feel good. I still feel good.
When you look at it, it's better.
We're good.
I feel so bad.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, they already played Dallas. 9 for 79.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. What?
Here we go.
So that means they already know what Dan Jones does?
No. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
I got a pit in my
Was
stomach.
Micah playing that game?
No, we're good.
I got a pit in my
The
stomach.
only thing that's going to be a pit in your stomach is that fucking terrible mashed potato that you're
Oh!
shoving down there.
Oh!
Okay, don't you worry about that.
Squash. Fuck.
Did you squash in his backswing?
No, while I was in the air. It's like a Kobe call.
Oh! All right.
Okay.
Hope we're happy.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's pumped. We're all super excited about it.
Well,
I'm a max bet it regardless.
I mean, at least you got a motivational speech yesterday. Got a nice tweet to you talking.
Good call. That's what we need right now.
That's what we need.
You're right. You're 100% right. Got a chance, because AQ and Darius were in studio yesterday. It was nice to have them both in town. And thank you to them and Coach Pagano for traveling to Indianapolis every single week to make the show better. We do appreciate them.
Thank you, boys.
What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? A lot of things, but certainly on the list is them traveling to Indiana to do this every single week. And yesterday we got a chance to get a photo, right here afterwards. And it felt like a nice little family pic. Now, Chuck wasn't here, Gumpy wasn't here, Phil wasn't here, and AJ obviously wasn't here. But in spirit they were. We could feel every one of their energies while we were taking the photo. And once I just want to post it and say like, hey, we appreciate it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because people watch on YouTube. People
What?
watch on TikTok now.
Yeah.
People watch on Twitter. People watch on Instagram. Like, we have people that watch all over the place. Just wanted to say, like, we appreciate you watching. With what Elon's thinking about doing with Twitter, I mean, hey, come on, Elon.
Keep it going.
Say, Elon.
We're pretty big. Put video on Twitter team over here, and Gumpy obviously does an incredible job cutting and posting, and we appreciate the hell out of everybody for watching wherever you do, whether it's Twitter, any of the platforms that we're on. Even though we got dropped from Sirius and we were pronounced dead by some
point.
people.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that watches everywhere. So I put this out there, and I got a lot of people saying, "Hey, no problem. Thank you guys. Thank you guys." And thank you guys for allowing us to do this. It was a big thank you fest. And then I saw one quote tweet, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Changed my life.
Yeah.
They said when you put out positive vibes, you'll get some in return. Putting this photo out got a lot of positive vibes in return. One from Coach Lou Holtz.
What?
Yeah, it's a tweet. I don't know if Coach Lou Holtz can read this for us or not, but what did Coach Lou Holtz? This is direct communication with Coach Lou Holtz. This has happened numerous times in the past on Twitter. Yesterday was a cool one. What did Coach say in the tweet?
Yeah, he said, people may ask, how in the heck is Pat McAfee so successful? How does a kid from Plum, PA make it big? Pat is committed to excellence. He has built his team on trust, love, and commitment. Most important, Pat is quick to show appreciation to his team and his loyal followers.
So do you think
Flex emoji.
Do you think Coach Lou Holtz writes that and then he gives it to somebody and then somebody has to
Type it up for sure.
Do you think he draws the emoji?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I fucking
Or he
love
just told him, like,
And then afterwards, give him one of those.
super strong.
Give Pat one of those, yeah.
We want to let Coach Lou Holtz know we appreciate you not hating us.
yeah.
Yes.
Because, a person of your stature with the ego that you could potentially have after all the years of everything you've done and everything like that, he could definitely have hated us for one of 4,000 or 5,000 things.
At least.
yeah.
And instead, not at all. We appreciate that. Hey, thank you, Lou.
Thank you, Lou. Love you,
Hey,
Lou.
Lou, for being a human, and being cool about it, as opposed to getting all upset. With that being said, I think there's a lot of people that don't know Lou Holtz other than you being Lou Holtz. So I'm happy he potentially notices that, and we're just trying to spread the knowledge and the love of the former Catholic ball coach.
Yeah,
Ain't
got
that
the
right?
Hall of Famer. One of the best ever. One of the best ever do it.
That's right.
Bring him back up.
Yeah, brought Notre Dame back to, national prominence. Just trying to fucking show the guy some love.
USC got Notre Dame this weekend.
That's right.
Good luck.
It's a big game for who? Notre Dame?
Yeah. USC is awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome, but Notre Dame, since their bye, basically, has been a
true.
much different team. Marcus Freeman has seemingly found what they're going to be. Now, I'm not saying they're a top 5 team in the country right now, but I'm saying they are much better than the days that we thought they were dead.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? UNC? No. Yeah.
Yeah, they beat UNC.
Yeah, they beat
That was
UNC.
before. Since that bad loss to Stanford, they've won
Yeah.
5 straight.
No, but I'm saying there's like a couple games where they'll go.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of the season, it was like they were so hit or miss. Like, boom, and then boom, and
Marshall.
then boom, then boom. Yeah, lost
Yeah,
to
they
Marshall
beat
at
the-
home.
Beat the shit out of BYU after the bad loss. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were kind of. I feel like Freeman has kind of found something over there, and that Michael Mayer guy, 6'5", 260 or
Yeah,
whatever the fuck he is, a
huge.
tight end. He's a stud. He's a stallion. But I think USC knows that there's college football playoff berth on the line. They went out, which is not going to be easy to beat UCLA last weekend. They beat Notre Dame, and then they win in the Pac-12 championship. They're in the college football playoff.
Oh,
Is where
yeah.
the rankings are, especially with the top 4. That's massive for Lincoln Riley's first year in USC. Could you imagine what USC could become if they end up in a college football playoff in Lincoln Riley's first year? The amount of recruiting tools and the leverage that gives Los Angeles as a whole, Lincoln Riley as a whole, and Caleb Williams is going to be back for another year. He's in the Heisman. He's the number 2 odds-on favorite for the Heisman. USC, this is a pivotal time in USC's history right now.
Doza moved, by the way.
What's that?
He is now the favorite to win the Heisman.
And CJ's too?
Yeah.
Because of what happened last week, or what is it?
Well, because we looked at those on Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it was Monday.
Monday,
When we looked at those,
yeah.
and Stroud was still the favorite. And then Caleb Williams is now, I believe he's minus 130.
Max Duggan was plus 6,000 on the undefeated
Plus
TCU.
5,000 now.
Now he's
it
plus
goes
5,000.
Williams, Stroud are 130, 110, and then it's plus 2,500 to Blake Corum. So it's pretty much Stroud.
So that means what they think about Blake Corum there? Is that injury? What?
Or it's just because he's a running
Hey, it's a
back.
massive weekend for college football.
Huge. I'm so pumped for
Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, it's kicking off at noon. Let's go.
Yeah. Juiced up.
Be able to
for
watch that one and start the whole day.
Yeah.
Now tomorrow's going to be huge with 3 NFL games, but on Friday there's a bunch of college football games.
Yep.
Saturday kicks off at noon with Ohio State, Michigan, and then Sunday we got a whole slate.
Hell of a weekend. of
Unbelievable
football.
weekend.
Let's go.
the
Yeah, the
rise.
top 10 here. Tone, let's get into it right now. Tone, how many of the most recent college football playoff rankings, top 10, do you disagree with? The people will try to guess when using hashtag PMS Twisted Tea CFB on Twitter. Tone, how many are wrong in your eyes?
Yeah, this week I will be twisting two teams. I believe the two teams are not in the spots that they should be here in the top 10. So that is what I will be doing this week, which I will believe I will be putting out on Friday.
That's like whenever you had an essay.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
have
like,
to-
need 500 words.
exactly.
So that is
Right,
what
man.
I will be
I don't know
doing.
if you- I don't know
I
if you
think
could
what I'm doing.
Write one paragraph.
I don't know if you
and
can
then
see
do
it
the
with my
exact same
words, but
thing.
I had 2.2 spacing on my speech there as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
solid, yeah. What was the 14, size 14 font?
Yep.
You did great.
Size 18 period.
Yeah,
Move those,
Classic.
move those margins in a little bit.
Kids don't even know what we're talking about.
No, they don't.
Modern day kids have no idea.
Unfortunately, they
we
don't.
used to have to hustle bullshit. They literally forced us to bullshit because they would make us utilize a certain amount of words in our answers. So that just forced the bullshitting art to be expanded at a much younger age. Okay, I have 50 words that I need to expand into 500. All right, what am I doing? Well, it seems like this sentence is certainly going to get That thing's going to have to get hammered
Use
home.
that 10, 15 times.
That thing's going to have to get hammered home. Just let them know how much I believe in it. That was an indicator of what our lives were like
Yes.
in elementary school,
100%.
junior high, and high school there, what Tone did. 2, I believe, is the answer that I heard
Yes.
in the room. The first one. There was 2 that Tone does not agree with. Use the hashtag PMS Twisted Tea CFB. Which 2 are those? Tone will be tweeting out on Friday at Tone Diggs with a Z.
Right.
Which 2 it'll be. And there will be how many winners of what, Tone, from our friends at Twisted Tea?
I believe it's one winner of $500.
It's Thanksgiving, though,
Yeah.
Tone.
Yeah, Tony.
Thanksgiving, Tone.
Come on.
I mean, I don't make the rules. We're getting tweed. I mean,
Come on, Tony.
We're getting.
all right,
getting
we'll get
tweed?
fucking. Let's get twisted. Let's get wild. 2 winners.
Tone, what a hero. Twisted Tea, Tone.
Okay.
Okay. Woo. There'll be more giveaways, obviously. We have one for tomorrow's
Yes.
game slate that is going off tomorrow morning. Connor's going to be operating that. I can't wait to see what you do. You've been doing a fantastic job with those giveaways.
Thank you.
Tony, you've been doing great with all college football season. I appreciate you. The Twisted Tea CFB Twisted Rankings has been a
Glad.
fantastic time. I would like to guess which. I don't even know which ones he
Okay.
likes.
Oh, I know.
There's a
No,
lot.
you don't.
There's a lot of noise about Alabama being number 7.
Sure.
A lot of noise about Alabama being number 7. Don't know if that's what Tone's picking or not, but there's a lot of noise. LSU being 9-2, USC being 10-1, 5-6 being changed. There's a lot of noise about that. I saw in my comments. So I took a picture of it last night as I watched Reese, McElroy, Joey Galloway, and Kirk Herbstreit lay it out. Last night on the College Football Playoff Rankings show, they had all 25 out in like the first 17 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciated them not dragging that out.
That was awesome.
Because a week ago, we had to wait till 10 p.m. because there was a double overtime basketball game that they couldn't go until they released it. So they got to it quick. As soon as I saw it, I took a photo of it, I put out thoughts. A lot of the similar complaints from a lot of people. Yeah. It all revolves around LSU and USC either being flip-flopped or switched, or what does that mean? Then also about Alabama still being at 7. People are saying, so Alabama, who lost to Tennessee and to LSU, not even going to be in the SEC championship game. They're potentially still going to make it in because they're sitting at 7. Obviously, a lot would have to happen, but a lot of people weren't necessarily thrilled with that. Clemson, 10-1, they're going to win the ACC potentially. UNC gets a loss, right, last weekend against Georgia Tech that they should not have had.
Yeah, bad.
Drake May loses the Heisman basically last week. UNC has a chance to go to the ACC championship. They lose it. It's going to happen. It's college football. Congrats to Georgia Tech on that big of a win.
There you go.
But like Clemson has zero shot at climbing up the polls, everybody thinks, because they no longer have a ranked opponent and they're at 8. There would be too many things that would have to happen for them to get in there. So a lot of ACC people pissed off about Clemson not getting the respect. Oregon's up there, I think, strictly because they're going to have to play USC in the Pac-12 championship game. So maybe you give USC another big-time win. And then Tennessee loses Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
They're at 10. Who knows what their team looks like without him, but probably nowhere near what they had looked like earlier in the season. That's a fucking bummer for Hendon Hooker, by the way. Hell of a season, buddy.
We go ahead and
That was ugly. Non-contact
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. I mean, non-contact. You get it. It looked bad
yeah,
Right.
it did.
immediately upon it happening there. Go ahead, Tony.
I would have loved. I mean, obviously it's hypothetical or whatever. Tennessee absolutely fucking demolished LSU. If Tennessee didn't lose Hendon Hooker, I would like to have seen what their rankings were with both of them having 2 losses and Hendon Hooker still healthy.
All hell can still break loose.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
If Michigan beats Ohio State, LSU beats Georgia, I mean, I'm calling Herbie right now. I'm calling Herbie just to see if he'll pick
Iowa
up.
State beats TCU, which will never happen.
Herbie.
Breaking it down.
You're live right now. Yeah, you're live. I got a text from Herbie yesterday or a couple of days ago talking about how, hey, don't be scared to open up the college football conversation on the show. Got a lot of good stuff going on. You're right, though, Herbie. You're 100% right now. What would have to happen for all chaos? All chaos to happen. Michigan beats Ohio State. LSU wins the entire thing. USC wins out. What would be the most chaotic situation, Herbie?
Well, if LSU wins out, then that would put 2 SEC teams. So I don't know if that's chaos or not. That would eliminate the potential chaos. So if you want chaos, you want Georgia to beat LSU, and then you want Ohio State, Michigan, the loser of that game, to be a close call. And then you want TCU to get upset by Iowa State or the Big 12 championship. Then you want LSU's already been knocked out with my scenario. Then you want USC to lose to Notre Dame or to lose in a Pac-12 championship. And then there you go, babe. I mean, now we got chaos. Right? I mean, that's what you wanted. So,
hey, I don't think that'll happen, but that's the thing about college football, especially whenever you got people making subjective decisions where literally all hell can break loose here in the last 2 weeks, which is what makes college football what it is, right? I'm kind of experiencing this for the first time.
Messy, really messy. And shows like yours help mold the potential opinions of others, and game day. And that's what makes it.
USC is so good, dude. USC is so good. Oh my God, they're so good at football. Whoever's listening, USC is so good at football because they're the only team I picked to go into the playoff.
USC, man. I don't know. Notre Dame.
Good team.
I'm calling that game Saturday night. I think people are sleeping on Notre Dame. Notre Dame is not a bad team at all. So that'll be a great game. And then they got the Pac-12 championship if they get through the Fighting Irish. So, what are you doing, man? You guys are breaking down Thanksgiving. Allie, Che, and I were watching that. What are you getting?
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? You like mashed potato? You a big mashed potato guy?
I'm like Connor. I'm old school.
Boom!
I formation, mashed potatoes, some corn, some turkey, and gravy over top of all of it.
Love you, Kirk.
Yeah, it gets. I get pretty aggressive.
All right. Well,
let's go.
I can respect you. Connor says he loves you, obviously. The stuffing is by far number one, though, right? Even old school guys think that?
I like stuffing. There's so much mashed potatoes on my plate, you can barely see.
All right, Herbie. Have a great Thanksgiving, Herbie. All right, thank you for the call, man. All right, sweet. What's this guy's problem?
My God. Guess what? I'm taking every single one of Herbstreit's picks on Saturday. I'll tell you that much.
All right, listen.
Holy shit. That guy's a genius. That guy calls Thursday Night Football. You know that?
Yeah,
in the NFL.
Yeah, I do.
And he covers his plate in mashed potatoes.
Are they off this week? They're off.
He's also incredible.
He's probably bummed.
College football knowledge.
So good.
Anything I say, it's when I was doing WWE, Michael Cole was there. Anything I would say, Michael Cole was able to get us back to wherever or tie in whatever I'm saying or understand what I'm at least attempting to say and make it make sense. With game day, it's nice having him right there. Anything I say, he'll be like, I think you're talking about 10 years ago team used to do that or something. Not that he has had to do that, but literally any thought that I have, he kind of has an understanding of what I'm saying, I think, or what I'm at least trying to say. And it's a nice safety net to have. Just like Michael Cole is a nice safety net, it's really nice to have Herbstreit sitting right there. 27 years he's been doing it.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Who would have thought one of the voices of college football would now be one of the voices of Thanksgiving?
All right.
Not me. I had no
Get to our
idea.
break. We got hour two on the other side.
Hey, you called them. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was
that's what he
college
gonna
football
say.
conversation. Now, look at that. White meat, mashed potatoes. The only good part of this thing is one quartile. And it's the lower quartile of the lower quartile right here on this entire plate.
To be fair, that's the white meat you try to stay away from. Look how stringy it looks in that bottom left. I mean, that looks bad.
Well, yeah, but the top piece looks very juicy and moist.
True.
I mean, I'll put hot sauce on it. Let's not get crazy.
Sure.
You can dress up any of these foods to taste good.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you guys do with that slaw,
Duh,
mashed
nope,
potatoes.
nope.
You can dress it up and put flavor on top of it and make it taste good. Is it the potatoes tasting good or is all the shit you're putting on top of it? Who cares, right? That's how you guys view mashed potatoes. You can do that with anything except for the beans. I don't think you could dress up the beans enough to
You
make
don't
it
like
taste
green beans?
Not my thing.
They're pretty good.
Those ones look pretty good.
So Herbstreit's like, I need more of quartile top left on this on the entire plate.
All I'm going to be thinking about for the rest of the time on Thanksgiving is Pilgrims. who I'm betting on, and I'm eating the same thing Kirk Herbstreit.
All right, let's get to a break. We have a Super Boost, a FanDuel Family Super Boost on FanDuel, obviously. Imagine if that was on another book.
Yeah.
On FanDuel, me, Darius, and AJ came up with Danny Dimes over 20. 3 games, hundreds of bets on each game.
Yep.
We only had to pick one.
That's right.
We picked Danny Dimes over alt rush yards 25.
I love it.
Now, we couldn't pick anything that was like minus 500 or anything like that. Minus 180, I believe, was the alternate 25. So in a parlay, that's not bad. It doesn't kill it too much. And whenever you're talking about those terrible odds things, those strictly exist for you to put into parlays and kind of add a couple points to your parlays. Things that you like, but don't necessarily. Now, if you have a bunch of cake, I guess you can bet on minus 500 things and still turn a profit somehow. And whenever a blindside surprise comes out of nowhere, you lose huge. But usually that is just parlay builders. Those are parlay, stackers. The alternate rush, 25 yards, good parlay stacker, but also not terribly odded.
No.
We were able to get this thing to minus 140 for the Bills to win. They're favored by, I think, 9.5.
Yep.
Yes.
And Danny Dimes rush for 25 yards. His actual rush yards is 37. Plus 150.
I love it. I love it.
Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you, turkey, dark meat, ham,
What?
and stuffing, and mac and cheese, and
What?
Hawaiian rolls,
Why?
and crescent rolls,
Why?
and sweet potato crunch.
Why?
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, apple pie.
Berries for Gump.
What?
Gump won't be here this Thanksgiving.
No.
Maybe soon.
Oh! Christmas?
Pretty rather large update in the Gumpy saga.
Mm-hmm.
Canada will be playing here in a couple hours, I believe.
Yeah. I believe
2
it.
o'clock.
Yep, 2 o'clock.
In an hour.
Against Belgique.
So we will
finally
talk.
gonna FedEx him.
We will talk to Gumpy in about an hour from now.
Hell yeah.
The lad should be in a pretty good mood.
I think so.
I'd say.
In the immigration front, getting a Canadian man to work in Indianapolis, Indiana, in which he has a 6-figure job waiting for him that nobody else could take, even if they were an American. It is strictly for Gumpy because Gumpy is a one-of-one person. Has a job, has a house, has an entire community waiting for him. Haven't been able to get him into America. Not even on a work visa.
Nope.
Now, the process is taking a massive step forward from
Hell
what
yeah.
we've been told. Let's go, pal.
Here you go, pal.
The lad of the lads will be back hopefully soon, and we're going to be playing in a pickup soccer league around Indianapolis.
Ooh, the lad better bring his boots, huh?
Yeah, he is. He already knows. He's seen me training. I've been training in here both on the treadmill and with the soccer ball in here. Gumpy's been training back there in Canada. It's cold as fuck, I think, up there.
Yeah.
Connor's going to be assistant coach of whatever team we go to. Hopefully.
Goddamn right.
Let's go win a pickup soccer league
Let's
championship.
go with a city title.
Why not? Why not us? Are we training for it? We are.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen.
I can't wait to rocket one at some fucking pickup league goalie.
I can't wait to fight the other assistant coach.
I don't think we need to bring that type of negative attitude
on,
in there.
dude.
No.
Well, hey, if
But a win's a win.
he starts running his mouth,
What are you
who am I-
supposed to do?
Who am I not
Yeah,
to?
you smack
Is
him
Connor the
across
hooligan of the team?
No, I think he's the assistant coach. We will certainly have some hooligans, I assume, in this particular office that will show up at some of these games. I mean, Bruce is going to be loud and drunk at those
Yeah.
games,
Yeah.
which we do appreciate.
Handing out lines.
Well, how are you dressing as the assistant coach?
I'm going to go gym shorts, cleats, shin guards, and then business up top, button down tie, maybe a sport coat.
Tucked in, though.
Tucked in, yeah, to my shorts. Just in case, hey, what happens when one of our guys goes down? No one's on the bench. Maybe there's a bug in the
Good
team.
idea.
Who am I not to get out there and play for the team?
Lace the
little-
boots up.
Play a little of the soccer.
Yeah.
Play a little
Get
soccer.
my boots in the
Pitch.
in the pitch. There it is. Forget what they call the field. In the pitch.
Oh.
Score some goals.
Turn that music off. I got a gift.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
I think this is a great thing for us to read before Friday's matchup against England.
Agreed.
Yeah, we need it.
2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Can't wait.
The United States Soccer Association had sent a box to the office. I can't thank them enough for this. It is an honor of a lifetime to not only get a sweet box like this with an incredible logo. We got a cease and desist from them before because we made a logo that looked very similar to this, and we didn't blame them at all because this is a sick fucking logo that the United States Soccer has. Good shield on there, good power, good design, good merch, good everything.
What? Oh my God.
I got an away kit, dude. They gave me a goalie number. Don't necessarily love the goalie number, but I do like the fact that it's personalized custom away kit for me and the boys to celebrate whenever we win the soccer Lombardi. But it's not just about the kit. Okay?
No.
It's not just about the kit that was sent. It felt as if I got a chance to be in the first team meeting before the lads went over to Qatar. This was the mission statement basically from the team to everybody that got one of these jerseys. If you want to win in this era, it takes more than a couple stars to earn your stripes. And if you want to win on this stage, you have to kill your egos before you can kill giants. Which is why this team is built different. So when other teams see a pitch, we see a proving ground. A place to show the world that there's a world of difference between what they think we can do and what we know we can. One nation, under the radar, over the weight and about to work. Because champions aren't defined by what happened to them 4 years, 4 matches, or 4 minutes ago. They're measured by how they respond in the moments after, with the ball at their feet and a chip on their shoulder, ready to ball and be a problem. 11 players with 11 different paths, playing in the present with one pulse and with only one direction to go. Only forward.
Wow.
Chills.
We're winning the fucking soccer Lombardi.
Yeah, I'd say so. Cute. Maybe fucking Berhalter will play Gio Reyna next game, huh?
Yeah, let's make if it's only 11 pulses out there.
Yeah, let's make sure we got
Gio
the right
Reyna's
11
one.
pulses.
Berhalter, she's on the cusp.
Anyways, thanks for the kit. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
when I was a child, if I would have got one of these, that would have made everything that I've ever done come true. I chased one of these jerseys year-round on the road with Tim McAfee, kicking a soccer ball against the side of my wall for most of my childhood. Basically all of my childhood. So it was a cool thing to receive, but the message on the outside is one that maybe Polithic needs to read.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, Chris.
Come on, Chris.
Hey, I understand you play for Chelsea and you
Right.
play overseas. You're representing the United States of America now, Polithic, okay? Can't have you looking like a bitch all the time out there.
No.
Okay? Can't be bitching all the time.
Nope. I understand whining, pouting, and crying is a big part of soccer, but maybe only do that 60 minutes instead of like 85. You know, the game's only 90. Like, we need you out there making moves.
And we don't like refs at all.
No.
Hey, listen, we understand that is not something that's good, and you should be getting more calls, especially with a player of your caliber. But with that being said, you're the captain of America now. We can't have you being, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your boot on the ball and put the ball in the net. Simple. Okay? Just fucking do it.
Well, we're not talking about that. He has the ability to.
Yeah,
we're talking about how he carries himself on
Toughness.
the pitch.
Sure.
Toughness,
Okay,
Christian.
you're the Captain America right now, Christian.
Yeah.
Okay?
Your cool tattoos.
Let's go. You got sweet
Great.
tattoos.
Yes.
You're so fast.
We're number 10.
You're so cool.
What?
Proper 10.
Yes.
Lando Donovan never did that, Chris?
No, Lando.
Lando.
That's what we're talking about.
Lando did do that.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
the captain of the team now. Let's
Yeah,
go.
he-
Can't have
He
you.
scored quite a big one.
Can't have you crying all the time.
Against
dude.
Algeria.
If you're not the captain of the team, cool. You want to hand that over to Gio? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You do what you got. You want to hand that over to the octopus, Turner, and net? Guy's got fucking 8 hands. Hand it over to him. You want to hand it over to Kellen Acosta? Go ahead and do that.
Dog.
Okay? But if you're rocking that armband that isn't similar to the
Tim
one
Weah.
Tim Way,
Yeah.
How the fuck
Tim
you pronounce
Weah.
his name?
fast goal scorer,
Yeah.
Dog.
stud.
Generational talent.
Yeah, great bloodline.
But you're the captain. We need you to be a little bit more like us.
Tough.
Like watch, hey, there it is. Watch Captain America: Civil War with Chris Evans.
Now
and
we're
act
talking.
Not allowed
Captain
over
America.
in Qatar. He will not be able to do that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you should not be referring to yourself as Captain America in Qatar, I don't think.
No.
Probably staying on the radar. But nonetheless, when you get on that pitch,
Yeah. Boom. Exactly.
Superman.
okay, let's go win the soccer Lombardi,
What do we
boys.
say?
Get it. Come on, Prolific.
All right, let's take a break, and then AJ Hawk will join us on the other side. We'll have a little Thanksgiving talk. Obviously, we'll have to talk about Kirk Herbstreit really putting a damper on the entire Thanksgiving conversation. But adding so many great chats about college football and where we're standing. In the next hour, somebody will make a shot to do a giveaway because Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and that is something we should certainly be doing. Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 5! punt return to win the game.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if they were trying to kick that ball out of bounds or they were saying, hey, just got to cover a kick. Let's cover a kick. We are a team that practices. We have a good punter. Sure. We got to do our thing. They're on the 32-yard line. He hits a bomb, end over end, right down the middle of the field. Not high enough, certainly far enough. A lot of field to have to defend. One cut, hit the wall, boom. Punter misses, and all of a sudden the New England Patriots, in a game that was 3-3 all the way until there was 8 seconds left in the fucking game, win with a punt return, and obviously that's Belichick. Belichick talking about it afterwards, knowing that this is how this game was going to be. The Jets are always a tough team. We're prepared. We're ready. They get a win. They're still in the playoffs. The Jets are almost dead now, with Zach Wilson saying after the game that he does not feel like he's let down the defense. No. Have you feel like you let down anybody? No. It moves on.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Well, he had 2 yards of offense in the second half. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets, rookie, said, hey, that's horseshit.
This shit's not okay. I mean, straight up, it's not okay. We had, how many total yards we had?
100, a little over 100.
Yeah, that shit's not gonna fly. So.
Bob Sala asked about it. He says, that's dog shit.
No, it's dog shit.
Zach Wilson says, No, we'll move on. We'll gritty right through this whole thing. I feel like there's a chance that Zach's about to get packed and move on for the other team, not only because the defense probably heard that and is not happy about it, not only because Bob Sala has openly said that the offense that he's running is dog shit, but because there's a veteran sitting in that building.
Goddamn right.
That is ready to take over those young bucks and maybe get them on a run. But nonetheless, the Patriots get a win.
A couple weeks ago, we're talking about how the Jets were awesome. You know, they're going to go on and be a good team. They're not. They're terrible. They're 6-4, but they're terrible. Possibly the worst 6-4 team in the history of the NFL. Jeez, now, on the Patriots side of things, yeah, sure, we only scored 10 points, and 7 of them came with 10 seconds left in the game, but that was the game plan the entire time. Bill, no.
Get it to the fourth.
Get it to the fourth, be in the game, and then let's just make sure they punt the ball with less than a minute left, and then we'll go down and score and, you know, walk this thing off. And that's exactly what we did.
I've sent some text messages to the Jets building to try to get a heads up on what they were trying to do. Were they trying to have him kick this out of bounds? It doesn't appear as if that was the case. I think it was hey, we need to go cover a kick. Let's go cover a kick. Let's get to overtime here as much as we can because you can't get into field goal range, even though Folk had missed a couple already on the day. We have to be able to flip the field with how much time was left and the Patriots having one timeout and Matt Patricia doing his thing. It's easy to say just kick it out of bounds, but if he kicks it out of bounds at the 35 or the 40 and then they have one timeout and they get in a field goal range and they lose 6-3, there's still going to be a conversation. So until I know what exactly they were thinking and why they were thinking it, that late block. And I appreciate them not calling that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good no call. I agree because he wasn't going to make the tackle before he scored, so I agree it was a good no call. I see that they tried to claim it was not a block in the back. I believe it was.
Yeah, certainly a block in the back, but the NFL has come out and said, oh, it was from the side or whatever, and I think the NFL has come in to say on the side, like, come on, that guy wasn't going to make the play. None of that really matters. But by the rule book, if we're going to start doing that, let's start making some more common sense calls in games in important fashion. Also, must remember, they're in field goal range there, blocking the back. They're still in field goal range.
Yes.
Nick probably still lose the game.
We're talking hockey. Roddy and Rupp are talking hockey.
That was the first time I found out it was Mario Brothers. That's all. Growing up, like everybody called it Mario Bros. You know, that was just
once you're called the fucking king of New York, you didn't feel like you had to dress at a higher level.
What I love about New York is however you want to dress, however you want to, who you want to be, you just blend in, and it's so comfortable.
This is an organization in Arizona that wasn't paying their fucking bills earlier in the season.
Again, he's not trying to square off with cats because no one.
Someone didn't pay the electric bill around
You
here.
fucking bum.
Where are you at? Away from the dungeon? What is that? You got the bricks in the back. The fuck's going on?
Is this a fucking Saw? Is this a Saw movie, dude?
Yeah.
Where's fucking Jigsaw?
Do you want to play a game?
Hey, boss.
Thanks for talking.
Hey.
You said you swept the stars. That kind of shut me up. For the rest
that
of
kind of.
Not one of my finest moments or proudest moments or whatever you want to call it, but I tell you one thing. It's infamous in the sense that I go into school and young kids will come up to me and they go, oh, you really gave it to Bellows, and I got it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was computer generated.
Get into the Blues alumni kind of unofficially / officially. They gave me one of these bad boys.
Oh, look at that. Got you one of
I feel
these.
pretty.
Look at that thing.
That's
What?
what?
We're winning the fucking Stanley Cup. The Red Wings are almost as bad as Fox's internet service right
Whoa!
there. The Bruins are getting fucking ran out of town tonight. Your biggest luck, I got it. And Ty knows, even though he might be Mark Stoner in this thing, the Vegas Golden Knights fucking stink. Texas, what's that known for? WrestleMania's coming to town? Mania's coming to town? Not the goddamn Dallas Stars. Let's go, Pens. We can't lose with 7 in the stands. Now,
Hey, great haircut. Good to meet you finally.
You know, we'll
Yeah,
just
I love it.
slide in the chair.
I love it.
It's as simple as this, okay? You gotta have fuck you in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't, you're missing something.
I said, sir, if I could just speak up on his behalf, this is like the second greatest player ever. And Mario turned and looked at me and goes, second? Behind who?
All 4 of those guys aren't rolling, or it's not enough to win 1 round. This is supposed to be a team good enough to win a cup. We're talking about 1 friggin' round.
Aaron Burrows told me, and he said this to Henrik Lundqvist's face at dinner. He goes, Henky, you know how they did the renovation at the Garden for $1 billion? It's all you, bro. It's all you being in the net. $1 billion renovation at the Garden, paid for in 5 years. It wasn't because the Knicks were in the playoffs. It's because the Rangers went on all those runs, and the stud on the team, among several, was their goalie, Henrik Lundqvist.
Gino, honestly, he's one of the funniest guys you can be around, and he probably busted my chops more than anybody. Why are you so slow? You old. Like, he would look up, like, my old contracts and be like, what? No, you're no good.
Thanks for having me on. This was good hockey.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
this show fucking stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the FanDuel Thunderdome, on this Winter Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. Hour 2 starts right now. Football! We'll have a full slate tomorrow, a full slate on Friday, a full slate on Saturday, a full slate on Sunday, and then a Monday Night Football game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. We have an incredible 5 days ahead of us, and we can't thank you enough for joining us on this Thanksgiving Eve. We hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving with family and friends. We hope you enjoy your time off. We hope you enjoy good conversation, good vibes, great great stuffing, terrible mashed potatoes. Joining me every single day, the Toxic Table, at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs. All the boys in the back, Nikki Nuzini, Zito, Foxy, Dirty, Bruce, Bill, Mitt, CFO Phil, and joining us live from an attic in Ohio, a man who is honestly one of the most successful humans of all time.
Yeah, that's right.
Came from a state, Ohio, a place in a state, Centerville, where you are just an Ohio fuck through and through, literally since the day of birth. And what has he accomplished as said person? Oh, I don't know. College football national champion, is that good?
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, is that good?
I think so.
All-time leading tackler for one of the oldest franchises in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers, is that good?
Think so.
He's a Ryder Cup champion.
Right.
An A-list celebrity.
Right.
A COVID survivor.
Right.
Father of 10.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hall.
Yay!
What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? How you doing? You all right?
Hey, life is good. Are you good? Are you excited for Thanksgiving? Obviously, we know how you tend to eat. Will you take a cheat meal day on Thanksgiving, or are you same thing? I'll eat whatever I want. We know, but what you always want is chicken with no flavor and rice with no flavor.
Yep.
That's what you want. Listen, I'm not judging you at all. I can have pizza anything. We know.
Yeah, we get
Is
it.
tomorrow a day where you will enjoy Thanksgiving? Is it just your body understands, or will you stick with the regimen and that's why you're AJ Hawk?
No, I enjoy Thanksgiving, but it's not that unhealthy like the stuff I like. I'll eat turkey. That's
Right.
fine.
Right.
I'll eat a little bit of corn.
Right.
And yeah, whatever. After that,
Whatever. I'll eat whatever, dude. I'll get
Like,
crazy.
I don't
bro.
get too caught up in it. Like I like it. I enjoy hanging around with people and everything. It's like I don't stuff myself any more than I would any other day. So it's not that different for me.
Are you white meat, dark meat?
A little bit of both, actually. I like white meat, but then I'll eat the drumsticks. I like drumsticks.
Yeah, drumstick is really the only go-to for me. But I've been told here by the boys that there is white meat on a turkey that isn't dry.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. I just assumed.
That's the good stuff. There's a lot of good white meat on that turkey. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had it. Every time I've tried it, and this was whenever I was a kid, and I think it's kind of scared me away from that part of the dish ever since then. You know, plastic silverware, that thing's shredding, put it in your, got to take it down like you're in the middle of a hot dog eating contest with the water as well. And then there's a moment. I've been told, I've been wrong, I guess. I've been told here recently there is very tender and juicy white meat, which I assume my wife has been making for the last few years that I've just continually said, get that fuck, Sam, come on. You know where I'm down here. I don't need the whole, you're a white meat guy, huh? Because it's healthier? Is that why you stick with it?
I don't know. Is it technically healthier for you?
You tell me, dude. You count every
You know.
calorie.
Honestly, I don't really know. I don't know how one part of the turkey can be less healthy than the other. That's weird to me.
So I'll tell you what, if the dark meat isn't more unhealthy than white meat, everybody that eats white meat is completely wrong. So like the dark meat is so much better, better flavor, better tenderness, better juiciness, better, easier to eat, more efficient. Just every part of it is great. If it isn't more unhealthy than the other one, I think you guys are all so wrong.
I believe it is much unhealthier than the white
Okay.
meat.
Thought so. You
How
fuck
is that though? That's a weird question. Like that's a weird thing. How is on one bird? Why is one part of it less healthy than the? Are you eating the turds there with the dark meat or something?
Probably. It's what you
mixed
the
in with the
turkey
meat.
eats, probably.
Oh man, a little turd makes that thing.
That's what makes it so juicy and tender, yeah.
Oh my god.
How about
I wonder what that is.
I love eating just turkey shit then, if that's the case.
Yeah, who doesn't?
God, turkey shit. Maybe we should start, they're selling a lot of weird shit these days for people to
All
eat.
right, I got you. Got the answer for you.
Okay, please.
Fucking bottom line. Ditch the idea that white meat is healthier. Both white and dark meat have positive nutritional qualities.
Oh my God.
White meat contains less fat and calories than dark meat. However, the differences are very small and unlikely to make
Fat
a big
doesn't
difference
matter. We
in
know
your
that.
overall health.
Yeah, I'm an all-fat diet, actually.
Well,
That's kind of what I do with
Why?
keto, but thank you for that piece of information.
There you go.
Tony.
Nice.
I mean, turkey
Thank
and
you,
corn
Google.
is the chicken and rice of Thanksgiving.
Yes,
True.
He's eating exactly
Well
what
said.
he always
that is 100%. The main
I
difference.
don't. Well, I'm not a big pie guy. I love the idea of pie. I just don't like the taste of it or texture.
Okay.
Do you like apple pie? You're eating apple pie, right?
Nah, because I don't like any. I don't like any
Oh,
fruit heated
come
up.
on.
If it's been cooked, I don't
guy
like it. That's
sucks.
I'm a weird crunchy or like whatever the consistency is. That freaks me out.
Yeah, I'm a big consistency guy as well. That's why I don't like mashed potatoes, I think.
Yeah, I don't completely hate mashed potatoes, but I don't really like them that much.
Boom.
They're
That's
okay.
a huge win, too.
Herbie
You
just
do
gotta.
you do have to slop a bunch of gravy on there, though.
Yeah, flavor. You're saying. Yeah, you got to put flavor on that.
This guy doesn't know.
Yeah, I get. What's that?
This guy doesn't fucking know anything about eating on Thanksgiving. So
You're right. He's turkey and corn. You're
Yeah,
right.
come on.
I'm almost a little bit. I'm not happy he's on my
it's
side.
bad for your camp.
It
Yeah.
does
Well,
say a
don't you
lot. He's the most bland eating person, and he has to add gravy to mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you're right. His palate, which is the blandest of the bland, cannot even eat the mashed potatoes straight.
Yeah,
so that is something to think. You're right, Zito. Thank you
Big
for
win.
that.
Big
AJ's on our team once again. Herbie, what was he doing?
What a win!
Did you hear
What
Herbie
a
did?
win!
Did you hear what Herbie did in the last hour?
He hasn't been the same since AJ hit him.
Give me all the mashed potato. I'm old school, you
Hell
know. Give me
yeah.
all the mashed potatoes. I've seen this. This guy eats well.
Beast.
He and I have very
He's
similar.
a meat and potatoes guy, though. He's a Midwest kind of guy. Meat and
gets it.
potatoes.
Yes.
Rust Belt.
But this sweet potato thing we had down at
Right.
Clemson, he was the one who introduced it. He was like, "Hey, you're going to want to eat this literally all day, every day if you get a chance to." And as soon as I had it, I'm like, "Psh, you're right, 100% right." He has never led me astray, ever, whenever it comes to food.
Same.
He's been to all the...
Me too. Just like you said, and AJ just reminded me of something too. Mashed potatoes truly are Rust Belt.
Shut up.
Don't need to add anything to them.
Mashed potatoes are from France.
They're great.
You hear me? They're from France.
We're all from France when you think about it.
No, I am not.
That's not true.
It was also
We all
created in
started.
1771 when we were in war, by the way.
Yeah,
And guess who came to our aid? The
Yeah.
French. So are we,
I saw that on Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, we're on the same side.
I mean,
so-
they took their fucking sweet time to get there. That's a good question.
They're preparing for war, 1771. That was when they were talking about the, hey, get Paul Revere fucking ready to roll.
Yep.
Right.
Wait, 5 years from now, we're going to need.
Well, back in the day,
What year did the
messages couldn't make it from one time to the other. It took a long. You had to be 6 months ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
What year did the revolution start? I mean, it wasn't like a 1 year war, was it?
Well, 1776 isn't when it ended. I think it ended in like 1778 or something like that.
Oh,
It was like 1776 was us calling
that
our
was
shot.
because the French took their fucking sweet time to get here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're right.
We
We were waiting
fucking-
on our
Thanks,
boats.
French.
They were weighed down by fucking slop ass mashed potatoes.
Taking their time.
We backed what's his name up to the coast, and he was gonna fucking come back, but then he turned around and saw the French ships behind him. He said, "Oh fuck, I surrender.
I'm screwed."
Here's my Great Danes. Take them."
What was his name?
Fucking general fucking loser.
Bingo.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tony just described the plot of the Patriot.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Mel Gibson. Amen. And we
Pretty
did
sure
give
it
him
was
a page.
historically accurate.
It was. We
Heath Ledger.
pushed him all the way
Yep.
to Virginia.
This show. So good. I'm happy we give
History lesson.
Well, that's a part of Thanksgiving, isn't
It
it?
is.
You know, because there's a lot of negative things said about how our country was formed and founded. And it was like, well, if all those terrible things didn't happen, we wouldn't exist either. And I hate to break to everybody, I don't like it. None of us like it. I think it happened literally on every piece of land around the entire globe at some point. They'd happen. I don't love it. Hey, listen, wish it never happened, okay? Wish that back in the day, before there was like manners or anything, or understood rules or structure or ability to communicate from people, I do wish there was a much better understanding between peoples to be able to come together as opposed to think that you have to do it. Now, it's still happening to this day in parts of our globe, and we have to recognize that. And we all hope for a day in which it doesn't, where everybody is understanding, everybody kind of can understand that you're going to have your differences and you can move forward. But back in the day, that was not something that existed, although we wish it did. We wish it did.
Yeah, of course.
And every piece of land has had those types of things. With that being said, Thanksgiving is quite a celebration of where, you know, we were, where we've come from, where we're going. Hopefully, I think we have
The progress.
Yes.
The progress we've made, right?
There you go.
I think we've gotten better as a society. I think we have made leaps and bounds as a society. What's that?
I said, hopefully. I would imagine it depends who you talk to, because there's a lot of people, oh, this is the downfall of society, the cell phone, or, you know, there's those people out there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, as a group of humans, I think being better, we're not there yet. We're never. Who knows if we ever will be? There's always going to be assholes. But I think Thanksgiving is a good time to kind of chit-chat. What you're thankful for, what this, and just take a little perspective about everything, where we are and where we could be. We're seeing it now in the real world. Still, I accidentally flipped over to the news. Okay, not something I do normally.
Yeah, stay away.
Not something I do normally.
Get out.
Well, what news did you switch over to? Is there one that's like a guaranteed?
It's the national. It was just national NBC Nightly News or whatever it was. Nightly News.
Okay.
Ukraine, Russia's still happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still very much in the world that we're in right now.
Yes.
2022.
You gonna go fight?
What?
Are you going to go volunteer? Is that what you're saying?
No. Listen, they don't need me or want me. From the sounds of it, both sides could end it at any time, allegedly. I don't know. I don't know enough about what's going on. But I'm saying that is something to take into perspective, because there's a lot of people living in the same world that we're in right now, with the same technology we're in right now, with a lot of people with the same thoughts of how the world should be, but also an understanding that it isn't, because they were just hanging out, going to school, having a time, going to their work that they probably hated, coming back home, doing their thing, and then all of a sudden fucking boom, sorry. This is happening in 2022 right now. So whenever you're thinking about everything, maybe zoom out a little bit and say, it isn't as terrible as it obviously could be, but we can all make strides to make it better. And I think that is something we should think about on Thanksgiving whenever we're doing the whole, what are we thankful for? I think I accidentally turned on that, saw that it was happening, and then immediately after watching it, I was so thankful that I saw it. I was like, oh, sometimes I get like tired or whatever, and confused or upset about something. It's like, that ain't happening. And if you start doing a comparison game to how other people are living, you're probably always going to be miserable. But if you think about what it could be in a bad fashion, which is currently happening, I think we're all pretty good, but let's all get fucking better. You know what I mean, AJ? Let's all get fucking better.
I think that's a great message. They should clip that and put it out there. If people actually listened and tried to took that to heart, I think it would do a lot of good.
Well, no, because the douchebag wearing a tank top has chains on and is drinking a green tea is the one who said it. And I don't normally have those types of incredibly deep thoughts, but Thanksgiving gives you those types of moments for yourself, just like the alley-oop was there for Zach Wilson. The alley-oop was there for Zach Wilson for like, hey, do you think he disappointed him? But shut the don't throw me an alley-oop, okay? For me to cut a whole promo about, I disappointed them and everything. Thanksgiving gives you the reasoning to think about things. Like, that's a part of it, And I live so like, what am I doing next? What am I doing next? What am I doing next? I'm fully invested in what I'm doing right now. Okay, what do I got next? I'm fully invested in there. Thanksgiving is a good time, I think, just to fucking kind of,
pause.
Zoom out of the picture a little bit. You know what I mean? Zoom out.
I agree. I think that's a great message, but it is, you talking about like things happen in 2022 with the internet and social media. We think like, oh, how did that stuff way back in the day happen? Well, they didn't have the internet. You couldn't find out. There's terrible things happening all over the planet. And they have the internet, and majority of people have phones and videos. It's out there. It is crazy that stuff like that does continue.
Yeah. How do you fix it? Just opportunity? You got to give opportunity?
There's just so much. I think there's so much of it. Maybe people can't zero in on like one cause.
You know what? Let's figure it out today.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
That is not for us. Somebody much smarter than us can figure that out. But I do think people should have a moment on Thanksgiving, either by yourself or with others. Just kind of sit there and do a little, all right, next year's going to be a better year, but not as bad as it could be. Got to get better. And if you got bullshits in your life, hey, don't be scared to
get them out.
Yeah. Cut them out.
You know what I mean? Don't be scared to do it. People block people on the internet. People mute people on the internet. You're allowed to do that in your real life too. If a person is an anchor, don't feel obligated to keep person into every single chapter of your life. Some people are characters in a movie that only need to be in a couple scenes, and when you see them, it's just like it was back in the day. But there's some people whose energy you don't need to keep around you. Something also to think about during Thanksgiving. Yes. Like, hey, how do you make next year better? Like everything like that. Like let's really use this holiday.
Yeah. Do it.
And then let's watch 3 fucking football games that are going to be electrifying from kickoff to finish. 12:30 to about 11 tomorrow on Thanksgiving, AJ. Awesome. NFL football. Kicks off with the Buffalo Bills playing in Detroit. The Buffalo Bills have donated, I think, $20,000 to the Lions Foundation and something else because they were such hospitable hosts to the Buffalo Bills when they had to play there last week against the Cleveland Browns when the thunder snow came through western New York and they weren't able to play at home. They are favored by 9.5 against the Lions. What game do you think you're looking forward to most? And that first one is a hell of a way to kick it all off, AJ.
That first one will be awesome to watch. Like what does Detroit do early on? Like, do they show up and give them a game right away and show, like, prove what they've shown the last couple of weeks, I guess? But I like that Vikings-Patriots game too. I like the Vikings in that one to try to have a rebound game and find a way to put a bunch of points on the board.
The Vikings-Patriots game we talked about earlier, it could be 6-3. That thing could be, like, honestly could be.
Probably will, unfortunately.
Well, that's what Bill Belichick got a coach fired after playing Indianapolis.
Yep.
Got a quarterback benched after playing the Jets. I mean, Belichick's defense is still, Questions about the offense right now and what the hell's going on? Matt Patricia's calling plays.
Judon leads the league, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they got backup offensive linemen in for the Minnesota Vikings.
Uh-oh.
That game is supposed to go alongside the tryptophan tire that you have from the turkey. You're probably going to end up passing out and learning about what happened in the Patriots-Vikings game Feel Good Friday morning, if we had to guess. That second game there, though, AJ, Giants-Cowboys, I think we're all expecting something magical. Obviously, our Super Boost is a part of it. Our end of the FanDuel family Super Boost is in there with Daniel Jones probably rushing for over 25 yards. When he played against the Cowboys the first time this season, he had 79 yards rushing or whatever. Great D-line for the Cowboys. We think they'll get home, but we also think that they'll scoot him out of the pocket and he'll be able to pick up 25 yards. Like the Cowboys to win, they're favored by 9.5, but I think this is going to be a sneaky good game too tomorrow.
Yeah, it could. But what's the status? Aren't there like 3 or 4 O linemen out for the Giants here?
Ooh.
Well, that's another thing.
There's multiple linemen out. I know we're shuffling guys around.
That's good news because he's going to be running for his life.
He's gonna be moving.
Yeah.
Evan Neal did say if he's not 100%, he's not playing.
And
he's a couple others too.
Pretty much. Word for
What?
word.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah,
Evan
he did.
Neal's out.
He's a rookie.
Mongo Feliciano's
He's a rookie,
out.
AJ just said.
Shane Lemieux's out, and Joshua Izidu.
Even better.
You got to be
Okay,
shitting
so
me.
Daniel Jones is going to be on the run.
Yep.
Now, not Judon. Micah might literally pick up 7 sacks. I don't know.
Sacks take away from his run total though, right?
No.
Oh, good. My bad. No,
The
but
team
Neil
total,
Downs
I
did.
think.
Neil Downs do. Neil Downs certainly count. And the team total for sure, not the player. And we do not think the Giants are going to beat the Cowboys. That is not what we're saying.
Nope.
What we're saying is because of the setup and because of the player that Daniel Jones is, we think it is set up perfectly for Daniel Jones to be running for his fucking life. And we think he'll pick up at least 20. That might be one run.
Yeah.
That might be one run that entire game. He could potentially pick it up. Kay Adams picked the Bills to beat the Lions in kicking this thing off. So we will know if our FanDuel family boost will hit by the end of the second game. How do you feel about this as a whole, AJ? We like it. Obviously, you're in on it. Your name's on it. Your face is on it. But I think this is one that we truly do genuinely enjoy, and we might as well fucking win it.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but like, how could this not? This has to go.
Exactly.
I feel like this.
Are we getting too confident? Are we getting too confident?
We should be confident, though. We're not going to mess it up. We should be confident in this. Put it out
We
there.
should have, but we haven't hit shit, dude. And did you hear what Kay said?
due.
Did you hear what Kay said? So Kay has gotten the reins of a Super Boost horse this season as well. We have a Super Boost horse. Kay has a Super Boost horse. Darius has a Super Boost horse. Colin Coward has one. Bill Simmons has one. Dr. Disrespect has one. Nobody's fucking hitting. It's
bad.
Kay, this is her first year having a Super Boost horse. She has had confetti and champagne bottles ready to celebrate her Super Boost hitting. She's had them since week 4. Super Boost has been, and it changed on Thanksgiving because the Super Boost is going to have a little reflection on itself as well.
That's right.
Because Thanksgiving is going to force it to be grateful and have gratitude for what it is as an existence and why it exists as a whole. It's going to happen tomorrow morning. It's going to change. But the Super Boost has been cursed across the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow, 2 of us coming together as one Super Boost. 2 horses running as one horse, becoming the horse named Flightline, which is running faster than every other horse. This Super Boost tomorrow hits. And AJ, I don't think we should be scared to jinx it. No, because the curse has already been jinxed because Thanksgiving is a reflective one. The Super Boost hits tomorrow. When the Bills beat the Lions, sorry about it, Foxy. You've won 3 in a row. Sorry about it.
Sorry, Thanksgiving tradition for the Lions to lose, so I'll accept this one for the boost.
And it could be a good game. It's a 9.5 point spread. It'll be a good game. Like the Lions will give it a good game. It's fucking Thanksgiving. That's right. It's Detroit Lions football. They'll make it a game. Even David Plah made it a good game whenever he was playing for the Lions or whatever.
That was awesome.
Bill's going to win. Danny Dimes runs for his life.
What?
We all celebrate a FanDuel family Thanksgiving Super Boost hitting and the rest of the season changing course.
That's right.
With the Super Boost. It all happens tomorrow.
Go! Hell yeah.
That's what's on the line. That's what's on the line.
Super Boost's going to make leaps and bounds.
It is, isn't it? Because we're grinding and pounding with Danny Dimes, and then we're taking leaps and bounds, pound for pound, with the Super Boost.
Boom!
Boom!
What did you think of? We were talking about a little bit off air earlier for tomorrow. The Boston Connor, fucking Devil's teaser.
Okay, this is certainly something that was brought into my life this morning. We were talking a little religion this morning. We're talking a little world news. We're not going to see each other for a while. This is weird for us.
Yeah, it is.
This is weird for the group. This is weird. This is not. It's not a normal thing. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, what am I doing? Boys, 4 days, 4 days straight. It's
Weird.
That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be something. I'm gonna miss the guys. So we started talking about everything. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Hey, you're gonna do great. Tell the family you said this. And what are you planning on doing? Oh, first Thanksgiving with a kid. Oh, it should be a lot of fun. We're doing that whole thing. And then all of a sudden, Connor goes, I got a devil boost for tomorrow, or devil tease for tomorrow. And I'm like, excuse me? He teased 3 games to 6. Yep. 666 tease for tomorrow on Super Boost Thanksgiving. I mean, Connor, you had a lot of confidence in this. I don't think it was brought up at the right time earlier in the discussion that we were having.
No.
But I felt like you just wanted to kind of shoehorn it into the convo. What is it, and why do you like it?
So we did 3.5 point tees for all 3 games. We brought the Bills down to a touchdown because, come on, it's the Bills. I understand the Lions have been winning. Not against the Bills, okay? So let's get the Bills just to score 1 touchdown more than the Lions. Yeah, I like that a lot. Then I looked at the Cowboys, Giants. Giants off a loss. I didn't even know that they had me, Tony, and Ty playing O-line for them tomorrow. But that makes me feel even better about the Cowboys winning by just a touchdown. And then finally we mentioned the Vikings-Pats game probably going to end up being 6-3, 9-6. I can see a Colts-Broncos 12-9 score for the Vikings-Patriots. So I teased the Patriots up to +6. Felt great about it. And, yeah, it is the welcome to hell tease because it's 666. Feel really good that Jesus comes through for the devil and gives us the win.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
But I do.
It is tomorrow.
Hey, sound thinking, though. Honestly,
Exactly.
sound thinking.
Thanksgiving's not Jesus' holiday.
Yeah, that would be December.
Well, actually, the way I believe,
Are we sure?
Jesus is every holiday is Jesus' holiday.
Yes.
Thank you.
I want to let everybody know I sat down and had dinner. I didn't know. Came out of nowhere with a preacher man.
Grace.
It was awesome. It was a great conversation. I'm not a full believer in any religion. I like to dabble. I like to understand why people believe the way they believe. I'm assuming somebody's right, and at some point I will make a decision. I will declare.
Sure.
But I enjoy
free agent right now.
finding my God. All right, still trying to find my God in there. But I am a firm believer that something. Like I believe in something. I'm not an atheist that believes in nothing. I think the universe, I always say the universe, but that's always like my answer for whichever, like I can have a conversation with anybody about their religion because I just kind of substitute in what they're talking about as like the universe. I just want to hear their reasoning on why they believe what they believe. And they are fascinating conversations and I love it. I've literally got a chance to do it with almost, I think every religion, and there's probably a new religion that was created, but I will go out of my way to have a conversation about people's beliefs strictly because I know that there's probably been wars that have happened because of how, not this person, but people of the past have felt the way they feel. So like if somebody's that passionate about something, I would love to learn about it. Yeah. But I've enjoyed it. Sat with a preacher man. This guy was fucking awesome. I mean, he was incredibly cool looking. Had great fit.
Ooh.
Great.
Is this Bieber's guy?
I don't think it was Bieber's guy, no. He is on the internet, though, and I don't know if he wants me to say who it was. I don't know if he wants to associate with having a conversation with me, but it was awesome. It was an incredible convo. I don't think the religious people say, like, every holiday is Jesus' holiday. I think they believe, though, that Jesus is always, looking
always present, ever.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I don't think they shove it down throats as much as everybody, as I have kind of led to believe as everybody else. I'm sitting with a preacher man. He didn't do it to me. It's like
Depends who you talk to. Depends who it is. Each person's different. Some people feel the need to push it on you, and some people feel the need to just live it and say, "Oh, look at this guy. What are they doing? What that person doing right?" And then you can go ask them.
I think it's the way they go about saying it. I actually said that to the preacher man because I said I enjoy speakers. You could probably get me to watch anybody speak. If somebody's gonna, I don't care what it is. I am intrigued by speakers. Why they say what they say, how they say what they say, how the words come out, what do they decide to utilize as bridges to get to like new topics. Like I enjoy public speakers. So like I'll listen to anybody talk. And I told the preacher man, I said, so you guys all got the same stuff. It's just how you deliver it, right? And then he went into an entire answer about also figuring out which ones are more important than the others and picking and choosing. And obviously the Bibles has a lot of stories that like just listening to him speak was really cool. So I think he kind of changed my judgment that Tone had right there on
Right.
a lot of people because the way he went about talking, I enjoyed it. But I do think there's a lot of praying on Thanksgiving.
And from
a
what,
lot of praying.
from what you just said about the universe, it makes sense that you like Avatar so much because their god is Awa, which is essentially who is in the planet
universe
if
itself.
you will. Yeah, the universe itself of that planet of Pandora.
Did you see the trailer? Have we talked about this yet on the show?
I have not
No,
actually
we have
watched
not.
the trailer.
Okay, so the second trailer came out Monday Night Football. The first one, all right.
Teaser.
Yeah.
This one, I think I figured out the whole movie.
A lot of it, yeah.
So I think I figured out the whole movie with this one.
All 4 hours?
Movie. Yeah.
3 hours, 45 minutes. I think I got it, yeah. I think I figured it out.
3 hours, 45 minutes. It's that long. Is there an intermission if it's at theaters?
I don't think there is an Act 1
They
or
did
an
for
Act 2.
Titanic, I
Stop
think.
crying, Hawk. All right, this is James Cameron film. He's not putting a fucking intermission in it.
Okay, he's telling a story.
trust me.
Why don't you go
I'm
pee
not crying.
before and
I'm okay
after?
with it.
Yeah.
And if you got to pee during, okay, fucking piss your pants.
Bring your bottle.
Yeah, he does it all the time during the show. He can just bring his bottle and a blanket.
No, I just pee my pants the whole time. Over and
Avatar
over.
movie, I don't know. I'm excited for
I
it.
must say I'm all the way back in on it.
They better live up. Better
Because-
live up to the 7
New
years of
tribe.
hype.
New tribe coming in.
Well, and it's not even that. It's because the studio wanted him to cut it, and James Cameron said, "Fuck you guys. This is gonna make so much fucking money. It stays how it is."
Well, he's not.
Well, he's
getting-
going to get money from me.
Yeah.
He's going to get money from me.
He's
And
not
he
getting
knows.
beat again by his ex-wife for Best Picture this time.
Oh, yeah, what was that? The
Hurt
Barn
Locker.
Very good.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Jeremy Renner.
All that dude wanted to do was just fucking go do bombs.
That's right.
Addicted to it.
That's all he wanted to do.
Fucking Jimmy C went to the bottom of the Mariana Trench for this movie. Okay, he went to go find aliens at the bottom of the trench.
I'm a big Avatar fan. Maybe one of the most public and open and biggest
Yes.
Avatar fans
Yes,
of all
you are.
time.
Absolutely.
Legitimately of all time.
Yeah.
Going to be tough for them to beat Hurt Locker that year. I mean, with
Yeah.
the way the world. I mean, that was
Good movie. That movie was unbelievable.
that was going to be tough to beat. That particular, it just so happened to be his ex-wife, I guess. So that's a whole probably another story.
Can of
But
worms.
Still
yeah.
plays.
James literally went to the bottom of the ocean and said that ain't happening again.
He did.
I think there's a lot. Hey, there's an underwater
crazy.
crew of avatars that they kind of link up with.
Oh yeah.
If the I don't know spoilers. I saw the
Same characters as before, or who knew was coming in? Do you know?
Jacob Sully has a child now.
Yes.
They have birthed a
baby.
baby.
Yep.
Baby
Don't
avatar.
they have an adopted child too? Did I get that from the previews, or was I wrong?
There was a boy.
How would you get that? from
Human
the
boy.
Yeah,
He's wearing the mask.
Yeah.
That makes you breathe the air for.
kind of
humans.
reminded me of
Yep.
the Jungle Book.
That might
Little
be the
bit.
next. That's probably the next Sully, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That baby might have been left at something.
Yep.
Who knows?
I need to
Oh,
know
they're
who
going
the
to transfer
villain
him over.
yeah, who knows how that baby.
I need to know who the villain, who the fucking
Well, the
hoorah
whites.
villain.
The whites are the
No, I
villains.
know,
Yeah.
but I need to know the
Again,
main.
We are the
Yeah.
villains.
Whoops.
The main
The
hoorah
whole
villain.
thing's underwater.
Not the whole thing. So something probably happened to their land. Who knows? They might have run out of unobtainium.
Unobtainium, right.
And the tree. So they end up going. This is what I think happened. This is me just watching the trailer. Do not get upset with me if I predict exactly how this movie is going to go, like I did with that one movie that I'd never seen before.
Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame. Yeah, there it is. I was at Super Bowl Radio Row. Never seen any of these superhero movies. Only know what people have talked about around me. How do you think the Avengers Endgame ends or whatever? And I said, oh, pretty simple. It's that dude with the rocks. Just got to collect all the rocks. It's over as soon as that happens. They run that day of Avatar being released or whatever. I start getting attacked for knowing writers of the fucking film because I guess that is how it ended. Sorry about it. Your movie's too simple.
Sorry about
Okay,
it.
sorry about it. It's too figured out. This one seems to be after the trailer. Sully and team, okay, get kicked off land for whatever reason, out of supplies, resources, whatever. Got to go into the water, meet up with another tribe who lives underwater. Has to relearn how to connect. All the other locals of Pandora, we shall say, had already had underwater experience whenever they were kids, so it was just kind of like getting back into it. Obviously, Sully had never had the Avatar water experience, so he's like a kid again, having to learn how to go underwater and to attach his shit to one of these pterodactyl underwater looking things. Okay, this is kind of what it was. There's
So
accomplished.
they can't breathe underwater. They have to attach to these pterodactyls underwater to breathe.
They're like their birds. I don't know if it's to breathe, but it's like that's their jet skis underwater.
Yes.
If that, I don't know if
Do
they
they
can.
have gills? Do they have gills like old Kevin Costner in Waterworld?
There was a. I
Maybe.
think there was a. So I don't know. I wonder if they just have incredible breath holding.
Wim Hof breathing.
Massive
Yeah,
lungs.
Wim Hof probably was a.
And then
on set.
when Wim Hof probably was. Yeah, and then they come out. I don't know if when they come out, the pterodactyl thing that they're riding, the dinosaur-looking underwater thing that they're riding also gets air, and then they go back on. I don't know. But anyways, they're accomplishing feats underwater, and then guess who shows up? Oh, the big bad whites yet again. Who knows what they're here for? You think you were going to be able to run them off before and they were just going to go away? No. Fucking back trying to find it. But this fight to kill them is going to happen out of water. Okay, it's going to happen on land. So I think Sully is going to have to teach some of his ways to said tribe underwater, and they're going to have to fight both in water and in the sky against the whites to take over once again and keep their land, their water, their universe. That's what the trailer basically said.
Boom. How much did he spend? Do we know what the budget was on this?
Probably $1 billion.
For real.
Yeah, probably.
Actually,
James Cameron is passionate. He's passionate about his projects. I respect that.
Allegedly only $250 million.
Not a chance.
Yeah, right.
Every movie does $1 billion.
The whole thing is green screen
Doesn't
and
it?
special effects.
That's
isn't
still
it?
a lot of money to spend on a movie, though.
It is, for sure.
That's like an animated movie.
Yeah, you said that for sure. But like, I understand.
Then they spend another $250 to market it, though. That's the problem.
Definitely.
Usually.
Okay, every movie does fucking a lot. Doesn't every movie do?
No,
well?
they don't.
Not
No.
so much anymore. I mean, like this, this is going to
Top
be a
Gun.
home run. Like this
No, I'm
will
saying
for
every
sure.
big movie does well, doesn't it?
I mean, like the.
When's the last time?
If it does, they have a sequel.
Well, like even like the Rocks movie, like that probably didn't do as well as they wanted it to. But like
made money though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Internationally made money.
Yeah, definitely made money. But like this, I mean, if it doesn't make over $1 billion, I would guess that they would say like it's a massive failure.
In the article, it says James Cameron would not specify how much they actually spent, but he said $250 million. So he's definitely
underselling it.
That was probably what got okayed initially, and then he was like, "Hey, listen, I need X amount more to fucking."
Jim
finish this
Irsay's
thing."
financing a movie.
He is.
This came out as breaking news
Really?
here. Yeah.
He's not making the actors pay.
What's that?
Come on.
Not making the actors pay for the movie. I would have.
Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay to produce first movie with The Whisper Network, starring Rainey Qualley, Ryan Hansen, Olivia Sui, among cast and others. That's Deadline Hollywood. Official. How is this the movie Jim Irsay stars in?
Who knows?
What?
Hey, it's going to be good.
Related to Chris Hansen?
Yeah, is that or Scott Hansen? Is this a RedZone guy?
Yeah.
I think that's with an O. I've learned a lot about him over the last few weeks, Scott Hansen in the RedZone channel.
You excited for Sunday? Strap back in with him.
I only,
I think it digs when I see him.
yeah, he's good. I think he's good at what, how many other people could do that job?
Siciliano.
Not me.
He does do. Siciliano does do the other one.
How is Siciliano? Pretty good.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
what's
Top
that on?
top class.
DirecTV?
Yep.
He's on the DirecTV one?
Mm-hmm.
So I assume that's probably up for grabs, right? In the next
Yeah,
one?
probably.
Because DirecTV's going to lose it. So
So you con man, tell con man to send a tape in.
I hate RedZone. I haven't watched it one time in the last 4 years.
I never watched RedZone
Hate it.
purposely because they, banished punters basically from the whole thing. Pretty big part of the game, but just the only time we'll show it is if something's terrible happened to punters. So I think it's a little terroristic to the punter brand.
A little bit.
RedZone is. So I said I'm never watching it. And people love it. Listen, I've heard about people loving it. 2 weeks ago, wasn't able to get into the office to watch the games. We were just kind of hanging out at the house or whatever. So I had to watch it to keep up with all the games. I was like, I understand why everybody likes this. It does.
Great.
It is.
great.
Yeah, it does kind of cover everything. I very much appreciated its existence. But I was on a good, 10 years? I mean, is that how long RedZone's been around? How long?
Decent amount. I can tell you. I don't know how you guys, because I've tried it at places. I don't understand how you guys watch 8 TVs and are able to pick up stuff from each game. I need to be told which TV to watch at what time, so that
I respect that. I like the flow of the game. I just want to know the flow of the game.
My brain just doesn't work. It's like I don't know which TV to watch right now.
So you can. I obviously zone in on one of the games. Is on the 4 TVs together, and then I just want to see the flow of the other games. So then whenever I watch back the 30-minute run or whatever, I can recall what the flow of it. Also, I would like to see the punters. So if a punt's up, there's a good chance I am watching the punt. That is hilarious to think about. And I know everybody has that punt zone channel that they tweet about or whatever. I literally do that. Like if a punt's coming, I'm like, all right, how's this? Okay, still a guy. I'm gonna watch that guy's probably out of the league soon. Like I enjoy watching that, but it is tough to follow along with every single game. Like the witching hour that happens there.
Yeah.
There'll be fucking 5 TVs on and everybody's within a score. that's electrifying, but you're going to miss something. I think RedZone did a great job of like, this happened, catch you up on things. You're not able to do that with the Monster TV. I like
do
RedZone.
love the every touchdown at the end. They show every touchdown in order.
Yes, I enjoyed my experience with the RedZone channel. I held out for a long time, but I do enjoy
I would imagine it's pretty chaotic behind the scenes there, trying like what they're throwing, like what they're saying in his ear, what they're trying to paw it up, like what's next. That's a lot of moving parts.
Because he has to follow all the games as well, so he naturally knows. But then he's getting updates while he's talking about something else. I don't think it's an easy job at all. That's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people either love Scott Hansen and love him, or people feel the different way. I just, from watching it, thought to myself, that job seems very difficult.
Yeah.
That job seems very
They should
difficult.
have Steve Harvey do it.
I don't think my brain could do it. Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey would
You
be
can do
awesome.
anything.
You think they could get
7
Steve
hours.
Harvey fucking host something for 7 hours? That would cost the NFL $10 billion. Hey, we have Steve Harvey for 7 hours every Sunday. Steve's like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. Gonna need $100 million. All right, I'll see you later.
For real. Yeah.
For real. 7 hours? Think about
Imagine
doing,
his last 4 hours would be so amazing. He would just be making fun of everything because he'd be
Yes.
so over it.
that'd be a tough job. I hope everybody
my
understands.
God.
That would be a
Absolutely.
very tough job.
No break, like not
No
even like
breaks.
not even a 10-second break, right? Like you're on the whole time.
Yeah, there's sometimes they would go to a game.
Games for a little bit.
Because I know he says that he doesn't go to the bathroom or whatever. And I thought to myself, like, if they have another one of these, who else would be able to host this? Can you really not piss? There's a couple times where they throw to a game.
Yeah.
And there's like a 2.5 minute part where they're on a
Right.
game. It's like, well, if there was a porta-john or a bathroom right there, at this, I'm not saying
He
Scott
might
does
put
it.
a catheter in. He might have a
Probably-
catheter in. He just doesn't tell us.
Probably can't take a shit though.
No.
You have to be a
You
quick
know,
shit.
like I mean, he's got to watch what he eats.
Dude, I had to shit Montana.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, because
yeah, like you can't shit during game day.
cannot. And also,
You're
I
all
had
bundled up.
I had layers, and my I couldn't get the belt buckle off my. So I go to the porta-john, I run in there during commercial break. There's one offset, and I'm running down and there's a bunch of people there. Pat, Pat. And I feel like such an asshole. I'm like, I can't hear you, first of all, and also,
Gonna poop my
I
pants.
do not have time right now. I only have 2 minutes. I have a lot I have to handle over here. So I get I go, hey, how are you? Thank you so much. I can't hear a word they're saying because I'm plugged in. I'm plugged in the thing. I run to the bathroom. I get into the porta-john. And it was at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a kid again. I got fucking layers and layers. Had to take my gloves off. Had to take the top jacket off, bottom jacket off thing. Then I had to undo the belt. Then I had 3 layers, 2 tights on. And it was like, by that point, getting it down my legs too was impossible. I took a minute and a half trying to get ready. Was only able to piss for like 30 seconds. Couldn't get him. And then I had to sprint back up to the set, and then we were back. Boom. Welcome back to Montana. Here we are. And I'm like, whoa, that was full. Almost code red right there. It was almost code red. Made it to the end, though. Powered through. Thank you to my butthole. That's
Shout
very
out.
nice. Shout out to my butthole. Hanging tough in there. AJ, Ohio State should be electrifying, right? The weather's going to be bad, or is it raining, or what's going on over there?
No, I've heard conflicting reports. There's not a Joe DiNardo here in town, but I've heard
no
it's supposed to be all
towns.
right. I know.
In the world.
High's supposed to be 50, I think, and I don't know, maybe a chance of rain. Who knows?
And khakis are
It's
a
not
no.
going to be freezing. Not going to be super cold.
Khakis are a no-go, right? Because that's what Harbaugh wears. That's what I was told the last time I did game day over there. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, don't wear
I
khakis.
don't know.
Can't do it.
Yes, you do.
What color should I wear? Because I like wearing blue, but I can't wear blue because that's picking a side.
Yeah.
You could go all black.
I think I'm going all black.
Yeah,
Sweet.
definitely the move.
Yeah, that'll look good.
I think so. That's not.
Wear a bow tie.
Why is that?
Gordon Gee, your athletic director at WVU. That's what he
whole.
does.
Hey,
Well,
that's a whole nother situation.
What? He was at Ohio State.
That's right. That's right. Me putting that tweet out when Pete Thamel announced that the athletic director at West Virginia had gotten fired. Me tweeting, hey, I have no relationships with anybody. That was me just letting people know, like, I don't know the inside scoop, but I am connected to this school. I am connected to college football. So I will give my set, but I wanted to set this. I just wanted to set the environment like, hey, I don't know anybody over there. That became a full-on, and I appreciate people doing this. The amount of love that West Virginia people showed me in that moment was so cool. But it became like, that's a problem. The fact that this guy doesn't have a relationship is a problem. And then I get a text from Gordon Gee, the fucking president. Guy's been there 8 years. I get a text like, hey, want to break, which is incredibly nice of him. Like, I actually, as I'm reading it, I'm like, man, this is not what. Like, I misread the tweet that I put out. I don't do that often, but I misread the tweet that I put out there. The outcome from it was not what I expected. Like, I was just putting it out there that I don't know anybody as a, hey, don't take me as the authority here. I am just from an outside perspective looking at it. And the way it went, which I appreciate, was like, this guy wants a connection with WVU. This guy wants to get back in the fold. This guy wants to do that. And that'd be cool. I'm cool with that. But it's been like 13 years. I've lived my life. I'm still a fan. We've moved on. I get a text from Gordon Gee. I get a text from this fucking guy. I don't know. Big, long text about bringing me back in the fold. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So this is the first president that's ever texted me. I'm very thankful. Hey, thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah.
I thought you said Trump a few times, I thought, during your WWE run.
No text from any presidents.
I got congrats a few times after the Stone Cold situation.
No, he was busy, man. He
was, very busy.
He was pretty
Absolutely
busy.
love the Swatoni Bombini, Pat.
All right. I did get a message from President Obama's office.
Right. Don't sleep on Barry O.
There it is. There it is. I don't know if they said that in the message, but I did get that after one game day experience 4 years ago. Hey,
You're hilarious, Pat.
This is from President Obama. President Obama's office, I believe is how they worded it. President wanted to tell you he enjoys you on television or something like that. It's like, fucking president just
What?
Hey, tell the president I said thanks, Prez.
You're the shizzle, Pat.
Thanks, yeah, thanks so much. I don't know if he said that. That would have been amazing. But no other presidents had texted me. Gordon Gee, I text him. So now there's a hiring process for the athletic director. I was just called this morning. You know what I mean? I did.
Who'd you tell him to hire?
Huh?
Who'd you tell him to hire?
I'm telling people.
Huff.
I'm just saying, hey, here's some things that I think would be a good idea. Just here are some things that I think would be a good idea. As somebody who's gotten to see some very high-level college football programs now from a different angle, and then what's going on, and then what I think West Virginia thought they were, and how they thought they were operating versus how actual operates. Like, I gave some real thoughts. And I don't know if the person was expecting it. I don't know if the person was expecting it, but I think the person and I have a much better respect for each other after the call.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? A much better respect after the call. And I have faith in that person. I have faith in the person I talked to this morning. I'm not going to say their name or whatever. I have faith in that person making a good recommendation for a hiring in there. So let's go and fucking get it, pal.
Whoever can bring in a bunch of cash. That's what you need to hire.
That was actually brought up in the conversation.
That's what ADs do. Find a way to bring in money to build facilities, to now for NIL situations, set up all that. Like that's what that gig is.
Yeah, and I think also, make it like a proper program. Like we accomplished a lot there. Like I was very lucky to be on teams I rode the coattails of one of the most electrifying college football players of all time in Pat White. Pat White made West Virginia so much money. Pat White, now Steve Slayton, Darius Renaud, Owen Schmidt, Reed Williams. There's an entire crew there. But Pat White was our chief. Hey, Pat White is we would have went into Baghdad with Pat White if we had to, just because of how incredible he was. And everybody's life that worked at West Virginia got a lot better because of how incredible Pat White was. The stadium, the upgrades to the facility came. We never experienced it. We never experienced it because it came afterwards. But all the people that did experience it kind of shut the door on our era, right? Just kind of, hey, get out of here. The whole school grew.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I think so too. But I think the reason why the door got shut is because we're no longer in a Big E. This ain't big. We're Big 12 now.
Big 12 now.
We're Big 12 now. It's like, well, the teams that you guys had in Big 12, that Big East team that I was very lucky to be on and watch every single day, would have fucking boat raced you every single game if we would have played. We had dogs on that team that were very good. That's why we did the things we did. Now, obviously, the Pitt game in which we don't go to the national championship, which we should have, I let down the team. A lot of us didn't have our best games. So we kind of are synonymous with that, I think, the letdown. We go on to win the fucking Fiesta Bowl after that. Literally beat the shit out of Oklahoma. We beat the fuck out of Georgia in the Sugar Bowl in Atlanta because Katrina came to town. We were the team, and I'm saying we because I happen to have a jersey on that team. I'm not saying it was me, actually. We were the team everybody used in NCAA. Everybody used NCAA because Pat White was faster than everybody. Steve Slayton was faster than everybody. Owen Schmidt ran everybody over. Darius Renaud was able to get – so WVU became massive because of the success that Pat White, Steve, Owen, that whole crew was able to have and do. And then whenever they change conferences, they go to Big 12. It's like, remember, we won the Orange Bowl, which that next crew who was recruited because of the team that we were a part of, that ended up winning. And then after that class left, who was incredible, Gino and Tavon and all of them recruited because of the team that we were at the Big East and what we did in the BCS. The Orange Bowl became like the crowning achievement almost, which is awesome, by the way. But let's not forget the two, that Pat White fucking, carried on his back alongside everybody else. So I just said, you should probably, Pat White should be able to get in the building if he wants to. There's stories that Pat and Steve weren't able to even get in the building a couple of times for some weekends, and it's like, maybe that's a good idea. Like, maybe get the guy who built the entire place that you all are, utilizing and selling his recruiting and got into the Big 10 or Big 12 because of, maybe like welcome that guy back in. That's what I think the new AD should probably do, make it a little bit more of a family atmosphere as opposed to just forgetting generations of the past. That was my say, and I don't know if he was expecting it from me or not, and who knows if it'll end up happening or if it's even possible, but like Pat White should not be texting me saying, hey, you should think about saying this. I'm like, Pat, you should say this. He's like, no, they don't listen to me. I'm like, they don't listen to fucking Pat White? What do we even? So that's, I think, because Rich Rod left, we lost that game. Then to go to the Big 12, you change. Like, people are mad at me because I'm a Texas men's basketball. Like, a rival of ours. Like, Texas ain't a fucking rival. What do you? Okay. Last 10 years, Texas. I just learned. I apologize. I didn't know it. Pitt was our rival. Okay. Still is. Yep. Will always be. Maryland used to be. Virginia Tech used to be. I get that Texas, hey, all right, yeah, Geno Smith, I get that. But for me, that wasn't a rivalry. And to be honest, our team hasn't really been welcomed back in the building as much as I think it should have been since the Big 12 transfer. So I just kept my opinions wide open with old buddy that's doing it. And hopefully it'll change in the future because I think they thought they were acting like a big-time program. And they thought they were doing everything they're supposed to be doing. But really, that's not at all how big-time programs are run, AJ. Sorry for on the rant there, but that's pretty much what I said.
It all makes sense, though. And speak to you and then whoever, like, for the whole hiring process, I would imagine I'd want to go around to big-time schools around the country and be like, hey, what does your AD do? Like, what kind of responsibilities? What unique things are they doing that have changed what, like, you guys are doing here, and figure it out and then try to find the best person for that gig?
Yeah, hopefully.
And welcome everybody back, though. The great big programs welcome. Like, they want former players there all the time. That's Ryan Day. I give him a ton of credit. He was saying, like, he's always like, hey, man, we want, whenever you want, please come down. He says that to anybody.
Bob Carpenter's still working out with the team.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, that's why I was so mind blown. Like, I assume with the success that I've had, if I was to show up at the West Virginia football facility, I'd be able to get in. But there's a lot of my teammates that aren't super, notable right now when it comes to recognizable faces or whatever. It's like those guys built that fucking place. Like, I think they should be able to do it. And I'm not saying that others didn't. Like, Major Harris, obviously an absolute fucking legend at West Virginia. I think he should as well. But the person that put all the money into that place and got them into the big is fucking Pat White. And it's like the whole thought that guy feels like he's not even that's not good. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that is.
They should have straight, like, hallways full of his awards and everything,
Boom.
Pictures of what he's done, his big games, everything.
Hey, Pat, if you want to sleep here, Pat White has an office here. He has an apartment here. Like, it should be that way as opposed to what it has been. But I think it's because they thought they were acting, we're Big 12 now. We're a big program. We're not Big East. And it's like every Big 12 program, all their alumni are like celebrating.
In there.
Everything you guys think you're doing is wrong. Basically, I don't want to say that, but it is kind of what it has been. And that's just the football. I don't know about the basketball. I don't know about all the other sports, but I'm just talking about from a football perspective, my perspective. That's what I told old buddy. Not an easy job, though. Not a fun job. Not an easy job. I wouldn't want to be an athletic director, but I think there's a couple things you probably could change.
Well, and the blueprint is there. And then when you're talking about like those top tier classes or alumni networks rather for these, NCAA teams, look at Georgia and Bama at the national championship. There were guys on Bama's sideline that used to play for Bama, some who transferred out of Bama. Alvin Kamara, who left Alabama
to go to Tennessee.
Was standing with the team on the Bama sideline. I don't know if there's anyone over there on Georgia's side. I assume there was, but I only saw.
So they still have the same coach. So here's the thing. So new coach Dana Holgerson comes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he wants to build his own legacy and do his own thing after Rich Rod, after Bill Stewart, rest in peace, legend. Then Dana Holgerson, who I don't have any beef with, but it was just their idea of what they should do to start a new legacy at West Virginia. Then obviously Neil Brown comes in. He's on his way out. I mean, there was like, this is not what the person told me. We're just assuming that he's on his way out. Under 500 record. Just, I'm sure he's a good dude. I never met him. He did invite me to come meet him, but at this point, I was already like, I don't know if I have time My schedule's crazy. I don't know if I want to go befriend this guy who's apparently going to be
on his way out.
Like, I appreciate him. I do appreciate you reaching out, but also, like, I don't think you're the guy. Probably a good guy. I don't think he's the guy. So there's a lot on the table.
Are people going? Are they going to the home games? I can't believe some of the footage I see of like Texas A&M and places with nobody.
Did you see Bama?
There's like 10,000 people in the stands at the last game. West Virginia playing against Kansas State last game. Obviously, West Virginia's out of it. There's like 10,000 people in the stands. It was a very.
You said Bama wasn't full?
There was no one at the Bama game.
Yeah, they were playing nobody, but yes, because they weren't in CFB contention, they weren't there. Ole Miss has the conversation about, will anybody show up at games? UCLA, I guess, had nobody go to their games.
A&M was A&M where there was like 6 people.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, Texas A&M, that's a $90 million contract or whatever to the head coach.
And that's a 100,000 person stadium.
Yeah, that was UMass.
Passionate fans too. They love their football down there. That's all. Nobody there. I heard Ohio State's bananas. I've heard it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty consistent filling that place.
Yeah, I'd say pretty.
Yeah.
AQ said loudest he's ever been. Right? You know what AQ said loudest he's ever been is Ohio State.
I hope Big Nuts there.
Listen, Big Nut spat in my mouth the last time we did.
I saw Big Nut when I was I went to the Indiana game for a little bit. I saw him there.
He's always got the costume on, or
he had it on when I was there. I think I took a selfie with him.
Big Nut spit in my mouth.
For fun. Why?
I asked him a question and he spoke and he said, and basically I was like, I was closing my mouth for my question, and it made it in.
Already.
Did you acknowledge it?
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody saw it. I mean, fucking loogie just went into the guy's mouth. You got to talk about it. I try to get it out as fast as possible.
Jesus Christ.
Smart.
Maybe that's why I didn't get COVID for a long time.
Probably.
Because I had big nuts in my mouth.
Antibodies. The antibodies.
Big nut bodies.
Yeah.
Big
Nut bodies.
All right, we got to pick every game, dude. We got to pick every. Let's do a. Oh, no.
What?
All right. So before we get to a break, we'll have Gumpy on the other side. Canada.
Jersey. Already down 2-0.
Are they really?
I don't know. I just assumed
Come on. Goompy's never going to make it back.
No, they missed a PK.
Oh, no.
The lads aren't ready. That was probably the son of a bitch that he said take a
Was
flyer
that
on.
Alfonso Davies?
Was that Davies?
Let me look.
Was that Davies?
I put big money on Davies to score.
Was it Davies? Oh, no.
Alfonso Davies, the best player on the pitch for Canada, allegedly via Gumpy's mind.
Oh, no.
Son of a...
Don't say it, Tone.
That to me tried to find this information.
We knew Canada was going to get beat, right?
Oh, yeah. Gonna get killed.
Yeah, we just thought Alfonso Davies might squeak one in.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Apparently they're blaming the ref.
For missing a penalty?
They iced.
No, it was a handball and went to VAR.
Courtois made a fucking sweet save. Who was it on?
Who the hell shot
Courtois, that's a Canadian?
Tejon?
Belgian
Belgique's goalie.
I wonder if they're
It
speaking...
was Davies. Davies missed from the spot.
Oh, no.
He'll get another one. There's a lot of goals that
No, he
seem to be
won't.
scored in soccer.
All right,
Shut up,
AJ.
AJ.
Gumpy
He
sent
might
us a
have
text.
one more shot on goal.
He was right.
Gumpy sent a text this morning, taking a flyer on Davies, Paul. Son of a bitch.
Plus 550.
This thing is remarkable.
You're right there. Living around it.
Come on.
Drain it.
Wasn't it great? He did not.
It's a bad
There it
PK.
Diggs.
My bad.
Diggs, just a negative energy.
Tony.
Come on, Diggs.
Did he kick it right down the middle, or what did he do?
Figured
Pretty
it out.
much, kind of.
This fucking guy.
Slightly,
Hey, Gump.
slightly to the left.
Get your
Just a great
boy.
What do
save,
you guys,
right?
Telegram, or what do you guys do? You
Yeah,
Canadian.
WhatsApp.
Telegram.
We are not on Telegram, by the way, so do not accept any
What is
requests.
Telegram?
I don't know. Somebody's trying to bamboozle people on Telegram, though. I get emails from that are sent to the Instagram account that are pictures of Telegram saying we are not on there. We probably should be. We're not on there. We are on TikTok, though.
That's right.
Goddamn right.
I have no idea how to log into TikTok.
Never have.
Have a pretty good TikTok, from what I've been told. Shout out to TikTok. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate it. We have a guy named Casey who lives up in New England. He just rips parts of the show and he just basically has, here we go. Just
Carte blanche.
Just
He's
do
good.
it. He's good.
Bro, I'm telling you, though, all the young kids see all of that stuff. They really do.
Every college I get to, they say they watch our clips on TikTok. I'm like, shout out Casey.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 10-year-olds see that stuff, too. Like this thing, like, you want
Hey,
people
stop
to
fucking
tag
watching,
along
kid.
for a long time.
What do you do? You scroll,
Yeah,
right?
sliding up and down.
Hey, if you're under the age of 21, keep fucking scrolling.
Yes.
Buckets!
Boom! Boom! Boom!
10 people win $500 who retweet this video, say something nice to somebody, and add your cash tag in the same reply or quote tweet to be fully entered. We will randomly pick 10 people to win $500. It's a glorious Winter Wednesday. We announced winners from the last week of contests. We'll obviously do this contest. Got a contest tomorrow.
Right.
Got a contest on Sunday.
Right.
Got a contest probably coming on Monday.
Right.
We appreciate you all so much. Try to give back as much as possible. Say something nice to somebody. We're back in 5. Take 5.
Bye.
I feel really good. Like my body feels fresh, my mind clear. Like I'm gonna go do it tonight, I think, you know? Like I'm gonna go do it.
77,899 people going bananas. I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep last night. I thought that I'd wake up with high anxiety. That is not the case at all. I am so ready to get out there and do what I was put on this earth to do. I'll be walking out of that thing all.
This is a big night because 11 years ago tonight, I had my match with Jerry Lawler wrestling.
Come on!
Broadcast colleagues, same night, 11 years apart, could become the first undefeated broadcast team in the history of WWE wrestling.
Not could. We will be.
Only two superstars have actually commentated on the same WrestleMania that they had a match on. Pat McAfee joins that club tonight.
Pontius is in and Party Boy's here.
Pontius is here.
Party Boy is in WrestleMania. Pontius' cheeks are out in WrestleMania. Now he's putting that thing up on Sami Zayn. I would like to say that that's the first time I've seen Pontius' ass, but that is not the case. Hey, look it. Weeman's here. Punches and bunches from Weeman. Weeman's so angry. Oh, look at this. Body slam. Weeman, body slamming Sami Zayn. Weeman used to kick himself in the face. Are you kidding me? Now he's body slamming Sami Zayn. You know, I've walked out that ramp into this setting probably 10 million times in my mind. There was a time where every time I walked out of a door, I was acting as if I was walking into a WWE arena. So tonight, whenever I feel that energy, just hoping that I don't have a heart attack immediately. I'm hoping that I don't get too gassed, and I'm hoping I put on a damn good show because I've been thinking about this for 23 years. Let's walk the grill and do this thing, huh? I'm prepared, I'm ready, I'm excited.
Hey, who do you want to see tonight?
I want to see Pat McAfee tonight.
Showboat, he looked Pat McAfee with a right hand to Theory, and Theory stunned early. And now McAfee up over the top. McAfee with a spinning elbow.
Moment.
Theory's in trouble. Hurricane up here. And McAfee driving Theory right into the announce table. Theory bouncing off the announce table, and
Pat McAfee's beating the hell out of Austin Theory. Kim and Sally McAfee watching their kid beat the hell out of a douchebag. You remember this?
Oh, a little payback from Friday night. Get it, Pat.
Both these cows get it.
McAfee,
Coming up, McAfee
lands on his feet.
Austin Theory not sure what to do. Holy moly! I'm a sick for the brand. And so is this superplex.
The finishing maneuver. The A-Town down for Austin Theory.
He hits this, it's over.
McAfee rolls him up, shoulders are down. Does he have him? He does! McAfee wins! Yes! McAfee wins!
Dreams come true! Believe it, Michael! Your broadcast partner has earned himself a WrestleMania moment.
I can't believe it! This is absolutely incredible! Yes, Pat! Yes!
McMahon gets it, oh my God.
Ready to stop it. Oh, from behind! What the hell's going on?
Are you kidding me? Wait, you have to get yourself
himself to McAfee beat his little punk. Oh, yeah, that insult.
I dreamt of being Steve Austin. I dreamt of being in a building when that glass breaks and all of a sudden the toughest son of a bitch on earth comes out. The fact that I never got to see it as a kid, then I get to watch his last match live, it was awesome. I got beer in my ears. Like, it feels like I got water in my ears. I got beer in both of my ears. But I just had the incredible opportunity and honor to chug beers with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Have a WrestleMania match that Vince McMahon was a part of. I'm living on cloud 50 right now, dude. This is sweet. What a day, what a dream, what a life. Now I'm gonna have a couple more Steve Weisers. What? Maybe a little whiskey. What? Maybe some carbs, because I've been ketoing for 4 weeks. What?
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show on Winter Wednesday, November 23rd.
Hell yeah, dude.
Guess what?
What?
Everyone is a winner if you live in Maryland, because FanDuel Sportsbook has arrived.
Hell yeah!
Bet $5, get $200 at the link in our description. FanDuel will be giving Maryland no-brainer boosts all week. Tonight, it is 1+ three-pointers scored in the Wizards game, which I don't know. Oh, man. Maybe 1 point scored, but who cares? Doesn't matter. They score threes all the time.
Are you mad at Bruce there?
Whoever thought that one, it was one passing yard on Monday night, right?
You think there's not?
Maybe just 1 point for doing.
You're steaming mad right now. I see the smoke.
What's going on? Yeah.
I just,
Everybody's bets in Maryland are so hot, there's smoke coming out.
Yeah, true. And again, this one will 100% hit because only 1 3 is easy in a basketball game today. Welcome, Maryland. Sign up now. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Ty.
1 point.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Tone.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Foxy.
Thank you, Fox. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Zito.
Oh, hey, Tom now.
Hey, thank you, Nikki Nuzini.
Thank you, Pat.
No. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
No,
you.
thank you.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Thank you.
This guy
Why
loves
is Con
those
so
too.
pissed? Why is he
First
mad about the
class
read
ass
again?
sniffer.
Yeah, I don't know. Why are you so mad about that one? What?
I don't know. I just figured with 1 passing yard, it's like, okay. 1 3-pointer again. It's the NBA today. Fine, but why not just 1 point?
So you're not happy with said giveaway boost?
Yeah, said free bet, free money.
So you didn't know it was coming until you read it?
I didn't know it was coming to I usually don't until I read these.
Oh, let's not practice it.
No, I just want first take. Can't do it. Get it done. And I didn't know it was 1 3-pointer
No, it's not just
scored.
get it done. Remember, this is what we've been talking about. We're trying to make these. You're not just trying to get it done.
No.
You're trying to deliver that in a fantastic fashion, right?
Absolutely. And I should be able to do it on the first time.
AJ, don't we just love when Connor has to read an ad? Don't we enjoy the hell out of it?
I know I love it. Yeah.
Me too. I would want him to go longer sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, not just
He
because
should.
the business wants it to happen, just because of how incredible it is.
Yeah.
To watch him get so frustrated with the words that have been put in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's great.
Thank you, Connor.
Hey, thank you,
Connor.
I love
Thank you,
reading.
Connor.
They're fun. They're fun to read.
They are a good time. All right, let's do. Let's get a call in to our Canadian friend, our soccer aficionado, because it is currently 0-0 Canada, Belgique. It is early in the game. I believe we're still in the first half, although every game has an extra 9 minutes on the end of it. Extra time. It's like 99-minute games, allegedly because they would like 100-minute games.
Correct.
That's what Ty said. Ty said he has a source.
I did read an article that said that.
Or internet report or actual?
Actual article.
But are the actual articles real? Have you seen what Elon Musk has been doing to the people that write actual articles these days on Twitter about debunking and defunking these things that they're saying is fact?
That's a good point.
So what's real and what isn't, who knows? Internet reports seemingly just as accurate these days as anything else going on, and we don't want to get attacked to that. But allegedly, FIFA's looking for 100-minute games. You know, if we got these people watching, let's make them stay around for an extra 10 minutes if you can. We had an extra 9 minutes in our game the other day, 7 minutes this morning. Normally it's like 3, 4, maybe even 5.
A lot of flopping, right? A lot of flopping. Is that what it is?
So we gave a speech to Christian Pulisic earlier. I don't know if you heard it. Did you hear that?
No. What's he been doing?
Well, he's got
He
the cap.
flops?
Does he flop?
It's not just, I like flopping as a strategy.
Oh, I saw him. He actually stayed down for like 2 minutes last
Yeah, you don't
That's
say.
what we're talking about. Yeah. If you're going to be
Okay,
the
got it. I
captain
saw
of
that.
America, okay, he's the captain of the United States. This isn't Chelsea. This isn't some, we appreciate how good you are. You're fucking representing all of us, pal.
That's right.
Okay? You're the best player in the world. Let's act like it.
Yeah, come on.
Now.
Let's be a little bit of a dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is this considered like gamesmanship when you if anyone steals the ball from you, you drop and hold your foot?
And yell and cry and bitch. I hope
Maybe.
not.
Not
Maybe for
everywhere.
other places.
Not
Maybe for other
soccer.
places.
Yeah.
You represent the United States of America.
Yeah.
We ain't flopping around.
Seems to happen.
Different standard.
No.
What's that?
It seems to happen a lot. They need to figure that out.
No, the soccer people love it. We're going to get attacked for even saying this about Pulisic, but I will say, as somebody who used to play soccer, and probably was a little bit better than you were, whoever's about to bash me, I do not like the way Christian Pulisic operates and handles himself on the field.
No.
Had I maybe looked over that in the past and glossed over it because we had a guy who's better than everybody else all of a sudden, Christian Pulisic, Pennsylvania guy, okay?
Yeah.
He's from Pennsylvania.
Oh.
This dude's a Pennsylvania guy.
Hershey.
Really?
Yes, good player, faster than everybody, more skilled than it. Seemed to be a savage. And I didn't even notice that whenever he was playing over there, he was just flopping around, bitching all the time.
The time.
All the time.
Wait,
When
is that always his deal? Is that always what he does?
I don't know if I missed it, and I was just like in the honeymoon phase with him. But now that he's got the C on his arm for the United States,
You're trying to force a penalty, right? You're trying to force.
Yeah, they ain't giving him
they ain't giving. Yeah, at some moment you got to realize when the penalty ain't coming. The ship has fucking sailed.
Well,
the
he
penalty
eventually stood
ship
up
is
when I saw
gone.
him. He stood up and when he was sitting down, like holding his leg.
A little quicker, please.
He finally realized, like, oh, they're not stopping the game. I better get back into it.
He's acting like a baby for fucking 75 minutes last game. All right?
Can't have it.
No.
Quit
From
being
PA?
a big push, okay? We need you to score goals.
Pushover is what
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
he was talking about.
Please.
Not Coach Yost. Not like Coach Yost.
Not coach.
That's not how Coach Yost talks.
Let's move. Anyways, Christian, come on. A lot of
Come
time
on,
left.
come on,
Be a dog.
You can
When do
do
we
it,
play
Chris.
again?
Friday, England, 2:00 Eastern.
Oh, that's a big test for us.
Yeah. Party game.
I'll say.
Joining us now is a man who pulls for England because he's been paying taxes to the Queen, now the King, his entire life, being forced to live in Canada, who's currently playing right now against Belgique. Ladies and gentlemen, our soccer aficionado, one half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. What's up, dude?
I was gonna wear a hat, but I didn't want to mess my hair up.
Got the Von Miller going on the back. Can you see things? You know, he says that's a clear mind, state of mind. Go ahead and look forward towards the future and prognosticate. What do you see in the future? United States winning? Christian Pulisic stopped the flopping? Or maybe Alphonso Davies to score a goal like he told us he was going to do this morning, then he misses a penalty? What is your brain with your haircut telling us about what's going to be in the near future, Gumpy?
Hit the goddamn penalty. Like, why place it like that? Just rip the fucking ball. The goalie's not going to stop it. Hit it as hard as you can. Plus 550, we were fucking rolling in it. Now we're now we're in trouble. Belgium will come into the game. Canada looks like U.S. did against Wales, flying off the start. Belgium will come into the game, though. We got to get a goal here.
Yeah, and I gave the blueprint of how to hit the penalty the other day right here.
Yeah, you did.
Right
Rip
here.
it.
Fucking rip it.
This is what you do. You just swing hard. Put it on net, swing hard. If it doesn't go in, the rebound's probably going to be epic. You get it on the other side. This is literally what I did as a kid. I hit penalties for my team. Normally we would go first. This is the first ball out of the gates from this particular team in 5-on-5. We are going to bring it. And if not, maybe a face shot. You know what I mean? And maybe old buddy's a little bit dizzy. Maybe there's a little bit of an awkward. But I don't like the clever, cheeky, let's fucking hit a ball. But maybe nerves set in for Davies, right? This is the first time Canada's been in the World Cup ever?
36 years was the only other time. He telegraphed it, too. You could tell by his hips where he was going. But England-USA is going to be a banger tomorrow.
What do you think? Friday, I think Friday at 2 o'clock tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that practices it. We obviously hope everybody. Canada, you have a different Thanksgiving, right? Different date?
Yeah, it's in October.
How was it? Pretty good?
Nothing really happened. I celebrate with you guys now.
Hell yeah.
What?
Yeah, but Little Santa's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Little Santa is coming back December 6th. Big day.
What's Little Santa?
It's celebrated by, I think, my mom's side of the family is French. You put out a plate on December 5th, or 6th, sorry, and you get just a little present before Christmas.
Little Santa.
Really? That's a Canadian thing, Goom? French Canadian. I guess French Canadian.
Yeah.
Goom, where the hell is Ronaldo? I hear he got booted from his team. Is he playing in the World Cup?
Yeah, is Portugal in this thing?
Yeah, Portugal hasn't played yet. They seem to be all right, but yeah, he has done it, Man U. I think that was his plan all along, to get his contract done so he could choose where he went, because they should have sold him in the summer. They knew this was going to happen. They didn't want to take on any of his wages, and now Man U is actually up for sale after Cristiano's comments about how the club hasn't put any money into the team in years.
Oh, so the fans forced him to sell?
Yeah, finally Jay Glazer put Man United up for sale.
Oh, yeah, he always gets – remember Jay Glazer told us he always gets tweets. What did he say?
Hey, listen, it's not me, okay? I don't own fucking Man U. Quit being so fucking mean to me.
What did he say? If he did own Man U.
If I did own Man U, I wouldn't be fucking doing this show right now, would I? No.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he – I think that's exactly
what's his favorite restaurant, Jay?
I mean, in England, or what are we, in Arizona near my beautiful house? What are you talking? I mean, be more specific.
He's in Qatar, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just where you like to eat?
I've been eating camel penis in Qatar for the last 2 weeks. It's actually a delicacy over here. It's
I
pretty
think
good.
I just saw an ad with you at our favorite wing.
Oh, yeah, I do love Hooters. Go to Hooters right now, and you can, I don't know, maybe have a chance to go to the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, Gumpy was pointing out that Jay Glazer has signed a partnership with Hooters, and we are very happy. Hey, congrats on that, Jay.
Yeah, baby Jay.
Camel penis.
Serve camel penis.
Yeah, like Liver King. Yeah, Jay Glazer's living like Liver King over there. Eating done meat. Jeez Louise.
Is that a falafel?
Hey, how is the World Cup going? Is Fox over there still? Is Jay Glazer over there? How is it all going? Because remember, before it started, we saw that man from Danish. We saw that man from Danish.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Zito, the Danish man who was trying to do the hit for the news. They came over, told him to take the camera down, and then he says, break the camera. Okay, dare you. Please, we're recording it all. Break the camera, do that. You welcomed us into your country. We're having a World Cup. We're trying to do that. What are you guys even doing? Everything is sounding bad. The lady got robbed while she was on air.
Yep.
They asked her what they would like her to do to what she would like them to do to the guy who stole from her, and she was like, I just want my wallet back or whatever. They're talking about people living in there potentially being like the Fire Festival sold a bill of goods, and it's not being the case. I did see one bloke from England went on a beer chase, ended up in like a sheik's house petting some pet lions, having a great time. What has it been like over there? Because we haven't been following along as closely. Has it been as big of a shit show as we thought it was going to be going into the World Cup, as the World Cup has rolled on here? And has this been the worst World Cup thus far?
Yeah, by far. If you didn't see Germany this morning, they took their team picture with their hands over their mouth, the whole team. Because they went and checked the goalie's armband, like literally walked up to him before the game and did a check on the captain's armband to make sure it was the right one. He then put that armband under his sleeve, didn't have it showing on his jersey. Like, it's a fucking nightmare, this tournament. The soccer has been good, though. Like, Japan beating Germany this morning was incredible. The dogs seem to be barking, which is I didn't see this coming in this tournament.
Which player said he's not allowed to talk about it in his press conference? Somebody.
Was it Kimmich?
He plays for Belgium, Vertonghen, playing right now.
So he's playing against Canada. Good luck to
Yep.
all teams.
Good luck.
But he actually said, I would like to give you an answer on this, but I'm not allowed. Is that what everybody's going to say at the end of this World Cup? All the teams are going to say that they're being told by FIFA not to say anything because FIFA doesn't want to upset Qatar? Or is Qatar telling these players to not speak about anything or else? How is it working, you think?
I'm guessing it's all coming from FIFA, and then it's the guys probably being like, I just want to play this tournament and get the fuck out of it, and then we can tell our story when we get home. Like, that's what I think. This is bad, dude. This is very bad.
Yeah, I think so. Anytime you hear somebody say, I would tell you, but I'm not allowed to talk about it, but they're saying it publicly, so they are talking about it. So they are talking about it, but they're saying they're not allowed to talk about it. Fascinating. And then I saw that the FIFA president, Gianni, whatever his name, said that he would take a World Cup of Soccer Lombardi to North Korea because he thinks it would unify the world. I kind of understand.
Just like this one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I kind of understand why he's thinking like that because the only step for, the only way to have progression is to evolve. The only way to evolve is to introduce people to new things. So, I think there is a conversation to be said if people are ready to move forward, like, hey, this is how we can maybe kind of dip our waters in westernizing and becoming a much more whatever. I can understand how that can happen in some places. Qatar didn't want to westernize though, right? It doesn't seem like they want it. They don't. That isn't like a, hey, we would like you to come enjoy ours. We enjoy you. It's a celebration of the game. It has not been like that at all, right? It's been like, you're in our country now. You're going to operate. So it's not a unified thing. That's why I think the FIFA thing was wrong. That guy saying I would take a World Cup to North Korea if it was because it would unify the world. It's like you're in Qatar right now. It's not unifying anybody. It's actually showcasing why we are divided, maybe creating a bigger divide, let alone what's going to happen afterwards. So I think the way it's going about isn't good. This dude seems to be a bit of a doofus, but what do I know? Gumpy, you know more than me.
But for the players, they've been lied to, right? Like, they were told something, then they got to Qatar, and everything changed. This tournament is a nightmare, but it is setting up for 2026. The U.S. and Canada and Mexico to host maybe the greatest World Cup of all time because everybody will remember how shit this one was.
Yeah, it's always good to follow up a bad thing. Never good to follow up a great thing. So good luck to whoever's 2030.
Yeah, that's right.
After what North America does to this thing. Ty, your question for old Bubba Gumpino. Great to see him again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unbelievable seeing you, Gumpy. Love you, pal. Miss you, pal. With the dogs barking, what are the chances that the U.S. actually does beat England on Friday, especially with, I believe, Harry Kane? Harry Kane. He's got a bum ankle. They did say he's fit to play, but, can we see a scenario if Pulisic, maybe stops bitching for at least 4 minutes during the game where the U.S. actually does win?
And has Christian always been like that follow-up?
And if they lose, are they pretty much fucked in terms of moving on?
Follow-up to a follow-up. 3 questions there, Gump. Hit them all, please.
The U.S. can win this game. U.S. is good. They're good enough to do it.
Let's go, boys.
I think if you're the States, though, you take a draw. You need not lose this game. If you lose, you're done.
Oh, no.
But the States has never not qualified for the knockout round after getting a point from their first game.
Okay.
So hopefully Iran can help you out. Thai, Wales, you guys get through and beat Iran. But you need to get a point here. And Pulisic has gotten worse as it's carried on in his career.
Oh, no.
He wasn't always like this. It's kind of, I don't know what it is, man. He wasn't like this at Dortmund. I think he's just pissed off about his situation at Chelsea too, Pat. He's had a tough run of it. He never starts. I don't know.
God, AJ, I know you have a question.
What about Alexi Lawless? I saw him on some of the coverage. What's he think of this squad? Is he high on the American squad?
I think Alexi Lawless might have found where the beers are in Qatar because he seems to be tweeting about games 2 or 3 hours after they're done. And if you look at his haircut, I don't know what that is if he did it himself. I don't know what's going on with Alexi Lawless.
Turn around. Let's see your haircut real quick. Turn around. That's coming from this haircut right here.
That is so sweet.
Just saying the whole thing. Why is Alexi Lawless the authority on soccer? Why didn't Tony Meola take that job?
Yeah.
Why didn't Tony Meola do that way back? I was a fan of that team.
She there?
She was also an incredible player. That was back when the Mia Hamm, Brandy Chastain era of women's soccer is the Tony Miola, Alexi Lawless, Colby Jones, Ryan McBride, I think.
Kobe Jones is there. Kobe Jones is in Qatar. He's been good.
Okay, those guys were all they had a team, right? That was whenever the World Cup was in America the first time, or was it the Olympics?
Yeah.
I forget which
94, that was a banger. That tournament was fucking awesome. Them and Senegal, there was a bunch of teams that weren't supposed to do well that did well. I think Landon Donovan is the guy, though, right? But he got cut. Remember, he didn't make that team?
Yes.
Klinsmann didn't take him.
Bullshit.
And then he got cold. Like, I think Donovan was the guy until that happened. And Alexi Lawless has kind of just decided that he is that guy to talk about it.
DeMarcus Beasley.
Still got DeMarcus Beasley.
He played for like
Good.
13 years. He was the fastest guy on the field for like 13 straight years.
Dempsey's pretty good, too.
Dog.
He does some stuff for CBS
He's good
Sports.
on TV.
He's also a rapper.
Good rapper, too.
He's a rapper. I don't think Taylor was ever a part of the.
He's
ESPN.
good player.
He's great on TV. He's awesome.
What about
on TV.
Winalda?
I think Twellman's great on TV. Great. I think great soccer player. Obviously, very good soccer player. But when we're talking, I think
Well, he's one of the greatest Revolution players of all time.
you guys kind of stink though, right?
No, we
Revolution?
were in the MLS Cup last year. Heartbreaking loss for the boys, but we'll be back.
Philadelphia Union? No, you weren't. Philadelphia Union took on the LA FC or
no,
whatever.
I thought the fucking Sounders made it.
No, so you just
I
make
thought-
things up. You don't even follow the Revolution.
MLS Cup. I thought they went last year.
No, Philadelphia Union just lost it. I think.
Oh, that's right. We
yeah,
lost
Bale.
in the fucking
Bale just had the
semis.
winning goal.
Gareth Bale?
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
At AFC.
Yeah, he's a player.
He is.
Yeah.
That's one of his first goals for MLS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some guy for ESPN taking a run at him and Lewandowski yesterday. I didn't really get it.
Oh.
Said they were the most disappointing players to play. It's like Bale scored and Lewandowski missed a penalty, but what's he got going for him with Poland?
Zito told me just a minute ago that Canada was potentially in a VAR situation about another penalty, and a lot of people from Canada are tweeting the Canadians got screwed. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, so Hazard from Belgium passed the ball back to his goalie. They called it offside. They thought it was Canadian, but it was actually a Belgium guy who passed it. Should have been a penalty, but what are you going to do? Come on. Let's win the game. Put the ball in the net.
Well, Davies for sure, because we definitely have money. Connor, your question.
Dude, I was fucking jazzed when they got the penalty. I knew he was going to take it.
Will he take the next one because he missed the first one or no?
He looked pretty. He looked pretty beat. He looked pretty shy the way. I doubt he does.
The team's going to look
get him,
not
man.
your day today, Davies.
Not your day,
Not your
Davies.
day.
God damn it.
Need effort out of you. Need some good defense. Need some good angles. Need you to cut off a field for us, but you're not taking this one, pal. Instead, we're sending in another player for Canada that exists named.
Probably David. Jonathan David.
Jonathan
up top.
Davis from Saskatoon, I believe.
Yeah.
Plus 550 on Davies was insane odds, though. I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Makes sense now.
Connor, your question. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They knew something. They saw him this morning at the morning at the meal.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't want
He
to
is
score.
a fresh off of injury. That's probably why.
Oh, he'll bounce back second half then.
Yeah.
Okay, Davies scored in the second half for sure. Connor, what do you want to talk to Gumpy about?
Yeah, Gump, any good flyers on who's going to win the Golden Boot this year? Or do you think that maybe there's a chance the favorite up top, like Messi, is going to win it?
After I'd take a flyer on maybe Mbappe right now because he had one. Giroud got 2 for France yesterday.
Claude?
Olivier Giroud. He tied Henri for leading scorer of France all time. He's
Hey, that was my
incredible.
favorite player growing up, Thierry.
One of one, man.
damn
When he
good
was
with the
on
ball.
Arsenal, they were the Invincibles. He'd run by anybody.
He'd run
So
by
good.
everybody, and also he would chill too. There's moments where old Thierry Henry is chilling, and everybody's like, "Oh, this guy's lazy," and then boom, he'd set it. He was a rope-a-dope. He's off and he'd score. I love the way he utilized his energy. Ruud van Nistelrooy showed quite a fucking goal.
Firecracker.
Yeah.
I like to consider I picked up a good part of both of theirs. The laziness of Thierry. Belgium just scored against Canada.
I don't think Rude ever scored a goal outside the 18. Fucking legend.
just chilling in
Always
there.
on the spot,
De
right
Bruyne?
where he needed to be.
Dude, they called him the trash man. He fucking picking up the garbage in there.
Doesn't matter how they come. They are coming in bunches for Ruud van Nistelrooy when he's playing. Belgium just scored. Who scored for him?
No.
Oh, sorry.
not sure. Not
Sorry.
sure.
Who scored?
Has the stream not made it to Canada yet, pal? 1-0 Belgique.
Oh, no, right before
Oh,
half.
wow. It was
Oh,
a
no.
center
Oh,
back.
long ball.
Wow.
23 for Belgique. Lefty volley.
Fuck.
Boom. What a berry.
Wow.
Boom, your
Fake some
goalie's
injuries,
sleeping.
Get some extra time.
What'd you say?
We're in it now, boys. We're in it now.
Cannon's got to fake a bunch of injuries, get about 25 minutes of extra time that no one knows about.
Hey, that's been happening, Gump. Is that a real thing?
I think they're doing it because they're trying to knock off the diving and the rolling around, right?
Oh.
So before they would have their injury time, and then people would waste time during injury time. So now they're saying when you do that, we're just going to fucking keep it rolling. They're trying to cut it out. I don't think it's working at all because it's just making the games longer, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Especially in this heat, it's probably good for the players.
Can we please tell Christian Pulisic enough with the shits?
Running up the ladder.
Enough with the shits. Gumpy, can you tell him? Like, tell him.
Get it to him.
You're a Pennsylvania dude. What are we doing here? You're captain of
Get
America.
Gio Rain on the goddamn pitch.
Thank you.
Well, what happened there? Him and is it because who his dad is?
I don't know. I feel like they would have put him on if they were down. They kind of put their defensive players on, then they gave up the goal, and then he was like, I'm fucked. But I think you could have still put Reyna on when Bale tied it in the 83rd for 10 minutes to give you what he had.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah,
he
maybe
Yeah.
put him in instead of the guy who's been playing for like the fucking in the MLS for the last 13 years. Like, well, a little bit different class.
Yeah.
there,
Well,
okay?
yeah, but he did play for the
a player
Timbers.
from
He was a
Georgia.
Portland Timbers guy.
Are you sure? I thought
He
he was
has
a
had to
fucking
play
Columbus
against the
guy.
Revolution.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't just some Joe Schmo, okay?
Well, if he's a sounder, then I get it. Timbers. I mean, fuck. Who cares?
What? Timbers are a great squad.
I thought Reyna was hurt. That's what they announced the starting 11 or whatever on Twitter. I looked at it, didn't pay anything attention to it, just went about watching the game. Then I look on, I'm like, Reyna's not playing. I look on Twitter, everybody's, where the fuck is Reyna? I'm like, oh, so Reyna must not be hurt. Reyna's not hurt. Why is Reyna? Is he not hurt? Is he fit? What's going on?
No, he's good to go. I think he was a little banged up during the season, but he's fine now.
Well, that's what all right. Axe the coach right now. Axe him.
See you,
right
Berhalter.
I don't care.
Sorry about it, pal.
Yeah, get him out.
Will be the end.
Miola. They should fly Miola
Where,
and have him coach.
you said Colby Jones is there? Fucking put him on the bench with a whistle right now.
Ted Lasso.
Maybe we get Miola in between the pipes. Give him one more go around.
I don't know if we need a new goalie. Turner's
Turner's a dog.
Very good, dude. Very good.
But Tony Miola around the team is going to be good for the team. Let's get Tony Miola a guitar.
Maybe he plays, midfielder or striker. We try something new.
Yeah. Center back.
You put Tony Miola in pitch, United States going to win.
I think so.
Think about it, Berhalter, fucking benching Reyna. Put in Miola.
That guy sucks.
What if he wins it all for us? We love him.
Then
we love the guy.
Back in on him.
Hell yeah.
All right, Gumpy. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, pal. We miss you.
You two boys enjoy it. Hopefully be back soon by the sounds of things.
Oh!
Great step forward.
Right.
We miss you, pal. Ladies and gentlemen, Bubblegum Peen.
Here he comes!
I do miss Gumpy in my life.
Absolutely.
You know, AJ?
Any news?
Today was a
Okay,
big
good.
step. We got a
Good
letter
news.
today.
Good.
Big step. Big step. Hey, progress happened today. We've been waiting a
Finally.
long time. Progress.
Who'd the letter come from, Biden or Trudeau?
It ain't coming from the first name, Tony. I'll tell you that much.
What does that even mean?
I just know it wasn't from him.
Well, it wasn't, but it also wasn't from the second
Yeah, it
guy
wasn't.
either.
Yeah, but he's trying to figure out how to, make sure that the burghs of the country who are trying to fight their student relief or whatever, are, making that happen.
What's your problem?
What?
What is your deal? Why you guys got to do this? You
I didn't do anything,
I'm not
man.
making
Don't they always got to do it, AJ?
I'm not
Always
making the
so
sound
toxic.
bites he
Always.
is.
I mean, I didn't even know this cowboy tone is falling deeply into one person's camp. This came out of nowhere. Didn't even know this
Oh,
existed.
you mean the war hero who also graduated from Harvard?
And Yale. And he's also, if I haven't told you, Empire's on.
Okay. Also not afraid of a disease created in a lab.
All right,
Tony.
that's what I'm talking about. Can't have it.
Whoa!
Things that are said on this show are not fact checked. We are not claiming to be journalists.
Well, I don't know if you saw the press secretary yesterday. That little what happened yesterday, did you?
No, I did not.
happened,
It's
Joe?
not something that I keep up with.
Dust up in
Well,
there.
fucking everyone's favorite doctor was up on the stage for some reason.
Who? Dr. Alice?
No, fucking Fauci.
Fauci is back.
He was
What?
trying to spit his fucking narrative again yesterday, okay?
Fauci's back?
No, I think he was on his way out. He fucking one last hat tip to everyone. and one of the bravest reporters I've ever seen said, "Hey, Fauci, where'd the fucking disease come from?"
Oh, my God.
And he said, "Oh, I don't know."
Is that what he said?
No, they actually said, "Shut up," and then they walked him off the
press
podium. Wouldn't let him
This
speak.
happened. That's a big deal. That's a big. Fauch is back.
I mean, I'm fucking
Dude.
paraphrasing for sure, but
Bro, yeah, of course.
What?
Nothing that's said on this show can ever be taken seriously. That is through the eyes of a man who calls himself a COVID cowboy.
That's right.
Tone Diggs, that is how he views it.
all of our
That was the transcript.
But I didn't know Fauch was back. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fauch was the authority there for a while. You know, like Pete Thamel's the
I
authority.
don't think he's like back though, right? I think he popped up. Yeah, I wonder why he popped up for that day though. I guess he was given Thanksgiving guidance. I think that's what Diggs was.
Yeah, it
tuning in
was.
for.
He was giving road guidance right there for
yeah.
a bit. It was his way or the highway.
That's right.
Time Magazine's Man of the Year.
He canceled Christmas.
he tried to do it again.
Kill Santa.
That was where he went from babyface to heel.
Yeah.
He didn't even know he was making a heel turn, but whenever he was protecting it, that was, if I do recall, and we obviously are trying to block out a lot of the COVID year and a half memories. We all are. We're all trying to move past it, even though it's going to have rippling effects forever, okay, on people, the way they view things, the way they think about things, trust in things, listening. I mean, there's going to be a lot. But if I do recall, it was the heel turn, not by our show, but nationally almost, it felt like the heel turn was when he said, "Hey, don't do Christmas." And everybody was like, "Fuck, enough of you." That's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was when it all happened. He's giving speeches again. Maybe he's babyface. Come back as a babyface.
I think it was like an exit interview.
Yeah, basically.
No, you know.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I read it. So
I read it in a book.
in a book.
Yeah, no big deal.
Tony nailed it. That was the transcript from the press conference. I don't know why he said he's not sure if that's exactly what was said.
So our masks back? Is that what
They were
Fauch
trying-
is
they're
a big
fucking
mask
trying.
guy, right?
Yeah, they're fucking trying. They said, "Hey, when you walk into a place and you're the only one with a mask on, don't worry, don't feel ashamed. You look great with that fucking
You
mask
look
on."
good.
Okay, I will agree. Like, cool people look exactly how they want to look when they have a mask on. I do every time I see somebody with a mask. I want to go up. I don't because I don't want to shock them or I don't want people to think I'm anti-mask, especially because I was on every single politics show in the globe, the whole fucking globe, whenever Aaron, got immunized.
Of course.
In his particular way. But I do want to ask those, what do you know that I don't know? You know, like what, because if you have a piece of information or something, I would like to know it because I would also like to live. You know, like I would like to live. So I'm actually not against you at all. I would like to know why you're doing that. And if you're a better person than me or a smarter person than me, I would like you to share that information with me. I have not got enough courage to go up to the people that are doing it to ask that entire question, but I do thank them all for their service. I do.
Yes.
I thank them all for their service because I feel like they are, in their heads, making the world safer, right? That's why they're doing what they're doing?
Yeah, I guess so. I think you should ask them. I think they would have no problem letting you know why they're wearing it.
I would like to know what they know that we don't. That's kind of been my stance from the beginning. When people start, not from the beginning, but when the turnover started happening, when people stopped wearing it, and when there was a speech done by a president who was strong and firm in the basis of the mask for a long time, and he makes an announcement, a proclamation that basically, hey, no more of this. We're past this, and then it still happens. I just wonder what they know that we don't. And was I not? Because I don't pay attention to the world like that, like I should. Didn't even know Fauci was back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dr. Fauci coming back season 2.
And there's places. Have you seen China? I saw videos of places
Drones.
in China where they're still completely locked into their places, and they drone to see if you're walking outside or something.
And then the drone has voice on it. The drone has voice on
Eliminate.
it. Get in your the whole thing.
Still, that's nuts, man.
That's V for Vendetta, right?
Oh yeah, curfew and everything.
I never saw it.
Let's keep trusting those robots, though.
Who's flying it?
Not for long.
Get out of here. That sentient one, Lambda, super positive.
Miss you,
He ain't
Blake.
gonna be,
For now.
what are you talking? For now.
Someone will piss it off.
No. Everybody's
hope
nice
not.
to algorithms.
Especially this guy.
Sweet Blake.
Hell yeah.
That's a real picture.
You need me to fucking AI?
We do not know if that's what Sweet Blake sounds like. That is Zito's
Look here, look at
impersonation.
here.
That is Zito's impersonation of Sweet Blake.
I like that
The
one.
coder that was in a sentient relationship with an algorithm for Google named Lambda. Look it up. That actually, everything I just said there, no spin at all.
Let me put my flash drive in her.
That is not necessarily an accurate depiction of what was going on between Sweet Blake and
Maybe.
That
But
could
we
have happened.
have not ruled it out, though.
Nope.
That too.
We don't know.
On the monitor.
Yep.
There's a chance.
Sentient means capable of having emotions.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And it did.
Living being.
Who knows if they
Fully aware.
consummated that whole thing? Who knows?
I assume.
For sure.
All right,
For
let's do
sure.
our picks and let's get the fuck out of here, shall we, AJ?
Okay.
Because Hammer Dahn is going to have an electrifying
Hell yeah.
episode today. Boom! Live from their studio right over yonder. Whenever we do a live show here, eventually, I've been saying it a lot, we're going to probably have like 100 people. We'll get to this in 1 second. We should brainstorm this real quick. And we should probably let people know we are brainstorming this. We're trying to figure out how to properly do this. Look for in the spring for this to probably happen because we will want to have, food trucks and
Outside.
everything outside in the parking lots that we have. I think we'll probably be able to have we have the capability of having 200 and some people in this building. I think we'll probably just have 100.
Yeah.
100
Comfortable,
people
sure.
come in, couple food trucks, have the whole thing set up. There'll be a whole tour, I think, like museum type, look around, see some stuff, chit chat with people, and then we'll do show live. Then I think Hammer Down live from right over
Live.
yonder in front of it. Then we probably do some sort of a Q&A afterwards off air, and then we send everybody the fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
That seems like we got to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
Where are you going to let the people dump?
Yeah,
Porta-john.
we'll have those luxury porta-johns outside.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those are nice.
I agree. I concur. There's some other porta-johns that aren't as nice that I've found myself in as of late. And I'll tell you what, just a hole.
Yeah.
How's
Really all you're looking for.
is Montana's just a hole or?
So out at the ranch, when I was ranching,
Yeah.
Just ranching.
Bobcat Arena. I don't know if they had a bathroom inside the ranch, but on my way out, I want to stop because I had to do a 35, 40-minute drive back into town.
Of course.
Not a lot of service in that thing. Did not know it was that far out there. Happy I did the trip. If I was told how far it was, wouldn't have went.
Right.
Happy I wasn't told.
Yeah.
Did go. I mean, had a 3.5-hour flight the same day of. Do I want to drive an extra hour and a half on the roads here, freezing cold Montana, or experience the town? Probably would have said no. Happy I wasn't told one out there. On the way out, though, getting into the car, remember, going to be a long trip. Should probably get pissed. One into this porta-john. That thing's been there since the beginning of Montana. When Montana became the 41st state, that porta-john was put in right there, just outside the barn there. Felt old school, felt rugged, just steer wrestled a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Took a trip back to the frontier almost, felt like a dog. I did think in there, though, wow, those fucking luxury ones are real nice compared to, like, what a come up for porta-johns from what they originally were to what they become. Like at Tahoe, I mean, I think it was you that clogged it, right? You had that massive dump in that one.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you.
Never would
That
do
was
that.
disgusting.
No, in
They
those
dropped
tiny
a couple
little
meatballs
bathrooms.
in there.
Was it you?
That was
It must have been
gross.
Aaron. No, it must have been.
No, it was. No, yeah, you're right. You're
Was
on the right
it?
path. And I think
Oh, so
Urlacher
that's
came
what
in.
somebody you would say.
Urlacher saw it.
It's
I
fucking
think
eyes
Urlacher
light
saw it.
up.
Like, oh no, like someone. I think people were gonna go in. The whole place was flooded.
Flooded,
I don't know
yeah.
who caused it.
Flooded. There was a.
I don't know who caused it, but someone. did.
Okay.
It was one of those like apartment ones where you walk up the steps and there's two sinks to the left, two stalls, but very comfortable stalls, like soundproof walls, almost stalls, two of them. And then there was a urinal on the side, heat and air conditioning control, like temperature controlled, really nice. Good floor, good everything. It's these sweet porta-johns or whatever for these events. Yeah, somebody came out and said, somebody clogged the toilet, broke the toilet in there. And just kind of shoot them off. It was like 6 a.m. or whatever. Like, oh, no, but I had to go piss before I went in there. This much fucking shit water all over the entire
Good Lord.
Oh yeah.
the entire nice thing. Had to kind of dance on top of it. I'm like, well, I'm still going to piss. I mean, what do you want from me here? Gotta do this walking through poop.
Yep.
And then I get out of there and somebody's coming in. I had to tell them like, hey, that was like that before me, but you're getting into a swamp right now. You need to, that was you, wasn't it? That was you.
No,
that
I
did
missed it. I missed it. I heard about it the first tee because I think my brother was trying to go in. He's like, all right, the whole place was flooded. I haven't gone.
We could call Jordo and ask why he did that.
Well,
might have been Jordan.
yeah, did anyone have eyes on Baumgartner when this was happening, or
That is a good question.
because
Baumgartner probably dropped some bombs
in
out
the
there.
office?
Massive
yeah.
bombs.
Hey, he was hilarious out there.
He's great.
He is.
I know. He's a good golfer. He's like a solid golfer too. He plays
Very
golf
good.
a lot.
I don't know if he hated me or liked me. I think more so the first one. A lot of weird looks. A lot of You
It was
remember.
odd. Yeah,
It was.
you really couldn't get a read on the situation based on the conversation.
Every single
at all.
time.
Yeah.
There was like 4 of them. And every time I was like, whoa, I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know if this is a hey, like ya, or don't like at all. Next time we go into the conversation with that in mind, obviously. So the way I'm talking to him, probably a little bit different than how he's talking.
Yeah.
But every single time after it happened, I think me and Connor would have a full.
Man.
I don't know. I don't know if that guy hates me or not.
Maybe just like jokingly next time you see him, like, hey, what's up, fatso? And like you guys are like super tight, you know, and then he'll maybe just.
I would never say it. I want to let you know that is not something I would ever.
That
AJ,
would work, though.
this guy's a problem. You hear that?
Why would that? I don't think that would be helpful, Ty.
Why?
I really don't.
Well, I'm just saying that he may be like, well, actually, am I tight with this guy? Like, wait, this guy wouldn't just call me fatso out of nowhere.
Oh, because it's like, that's very rude of you, by the way.
What do you mean?
You should take back what you just said.
No, he's a great athlete. It's not nothing against
yeah.
That's his body type. It's not. There's nothing wrong with
See,
that.
this is what you guys are doing here is wrong, and this
It's
is probably
very wrong.
what happens. You know, when I run into these people, you know, we'll have a conversation about some people in sports media or whatever. Certainly, they hear it. I never said it, but it was certainly said at some point on a show that bears my name. Then I got to talk to these people. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. How you doing? And then, hey, oh, here we go. All right, something happened. Then I got to get taken back to the conversation in which it took place, and I got to say, oh, we were trying to figure out whether or not you and me were tight or not. Like, if we're at the stage of saying that was just an idea. Like, this is going to be a moment that's going to have to happen, and I appreciate you for putting me in it, but could have went a different way.
And if he takes offense, they say, oh, boo-hoo, fatso.
And then he knows based off that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
It's gonna
boys.
get kind of uncomfortable, I think.
No.
You're a terrible guy. You hear me? You're a bad guy. And I don't believe that, Mr. Baumgartner.
No. And the dumb thing was
Neither do
strictly
I.
based off his character in The Office.
Yeah.
His character in The Office would clog toilets and everything. Maybe he does too.
Oh.
Come on, AJ.
There it is.
Buckets!
Bang!
That one looked good.
That one felt good.
I knew it right off the bat.
I can kind of get, I'm almost there. I haven't shot in a long time because I have everybody else shoot. And I've been doing a lot of arms. I know you have noticed. So it's not as easy to shoot. AJ, I'm talking to you, obviously. It's not as easy to shoot a basketball on arm day. It's like a lot of memes about it.
Very hard.
But today, didn't do the arms as much, so I felt kind of limber today. Knew the ball was going to be able to fly. I feel pretty good about my shot from here. Now, we need to talk about Darius stepping up yesterday, first shot.
My God.
Yeah. Boom.
Splash.
It's awesome.
AJ, have you continued to shoot? I don't get to see you all Friday show. Have you continued to
No.
shoot or no?
I haven't shot in a couple weeks, I don't think.
No,
Why not?
He won't shoot because he only does it in the third hour, and he's got that Twisted Tea Letterman on when he does it.
Oh, you can't take the Twisted Tea jacket off?
Oh no, I keep it on. Last week I wore it like a smock, like I was painting an art class in third grade, but
Reverse.
I think I eventually took it off.
Reverse.
Over his
A smock?
Yeah.
Is that the proper title for that?
Oh, yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
It is. In ceramics class, you had to wear a smock.
You didn't have like old shirts you'd wear in class when you were a kid?
I was coming back.
But like old button downs you wear backwards to cover your clothes.
Those weren't called smocks, though.
I don't
to
think
Pat's
anybody ever
point.
told me the
no.
name, yeah.
The smock
What is fucking backwards?
Yeah, the smock is a legitimate thing. That's like a.
Oh!
Found it. I think
pretty
we found it, AJ. I think we found it. You know what I mean?
We did.
That means that we're going to win every single bet this week because we're going to agree on every single game that we pick right here. Our FanDuel Family Super Boost is going to hit tomorrow. We're about to have the greatest weekend in the history of weekends because those two balls fell. And since those two balls fell, you might as well retweet this tweet right here for 10 people to win $500. All you have to do is reply to this tweet after retweeting it and put, your cash tag in there on Cash App and say something nice to somebody because we are in the Thanksgiving season. Might as well say something nice to somebody and make their day, make the world a little bit better place. Those are going to start falling.
Oh, yeah.
Those are going to start falling more often,
Got
I
the
think,
range.
AJ. Let's get to our picks. This is one of the segments that we have done for multiple years and continued with it.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
It's because it's so much fun. We get to learn so much. First of all, the first game of this jam-packed football Thanksgiving weekend. The Bills play the Lions. In the Bills' home last week, the Lions' home permanently. Detroit, favored by 9.5. AJ, your thoughts on this game? Who you got?
I've gone back and forth with this one a little bit. 9.5 seems like a lot. You know what? I'm with Evie here. I'm going to take the Lions at plus 9.5.
Let's go.
Jeez Louise.
It's a lot of points.
I think they could fight back late, maybe get a cheap touchdown or two, get it within, 9.5. We'll
Somebody knows something. 9.5 is a lot.
It's a lot.
That's what happened with the Browns.
It's a lot.
They could easily win by 10, though.
They're expecting the biggest crowd at Ford Field since 2011.
Josh Allen likes that, right?
Oh yeah. I assume it's going to be a lot of Bills Mafia. I actually have friends that know people from Bills Mafia coming into town.
Oh, so the Bills Mafia last week, that drive wasn't that bad, actually.
Yeah.
We could do it next week
This
for
is our
sure.
house now.
We could do it on Thanksgiving.
Or they just stayed there, right?
This is our
Right.
stadium. This is our stadium.
No, they
now.
don't stay.
No, they're
don't
not.
stay there. No.
Well, everybody actually had a full conversation about going back, being better for the routine than flying back. It's like, I don't know. You find a good hotel, you find some good property, 3 days.
Hang out.
I don't know.
A couple Airbnbs.
Yeah, there's all over in Detroit.
There's a couple really nice places in Detroit, right?
yeah.
That's what Detroit's known for, is really nice places.
Mom Spaghetti. They have good food for the entire week.
You're right.
Nervous, but on the surface, it looks
yeah.
calm and ready to drop
Little Caesars
bombs.
on every corner.
Do it, Pat. You're singing it. Come on.
Give me the Bills. All right, sorry about it, Marshall. All right, if he was out there playing like he said he could on Hard Knocks, maybe I pick the Lions. 9.5 just feels like somebody knows something. That's very high. So it makes me believe that the Bills are probably going to boat race them.
Yeah.
Just saw it with the Niners and the Cardinals.
Yeah, we thought it was too much. It's not. Even though the MCDC and the boys are humming, give me the Bills minus 9.5 just because. I don't know why. Giants, Cowboys, 4:30 game. This one should be electrifying. Cowboys favored by 10 at home. It just changed. It was used to be 9.5. Now it is a 10-point spread at home on FanDuel Sportsbook. What do you like?
I like the Cowboys here. Like you said earlier, Giants with a few O linemen out and shuffling around. I'll take the Cowboys at minus 10.
All right, I will as well, even though we know Danny Dimes is going to be moving. We're going to be talking about the Cowboys being fucking red hot on Monday if they go do that. If they win by more than 10 after blowing out the Vikings, we're going to be talking about, are the Cowboys the most dominant?
Well,
I mean, it's going to have to happen. What's that?
I mean, if the Lions can do it, you would think the Cowboys can.
You would hope.
Yeah. Also, Odell might sign next week.
And they're only going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
Maybe. Patriots, Vikings. This one is at 2.5?
2.5, yeah.
2.5. Vikings at home, favored. Bill Belichick at night on Thanksgiving. Your guess is?
Vikings minus 2.5.
It's a primetime game.
This game, I think, is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. Probably you got to lean towards.
Like the Patriots love just a muddy, terrible game.
Yeah,
which team has a better defense?
You said it. Bill takes you into the deep end, and he will fucking drown all of us.
Give me the Patriots plus 2.5. Still think the Vikings might win. Might win, but give me the Patriots plus 2.5.
Better be able to block. Sounds like they won't be able to.
Well, it sounds like your offense stinks. So it was 3-3 against the fucking Jets.
Mac Jones was 22 of 27 for 250. I mean, we can say he stinks, but he didn't play that bad, and the Jets do have a good defense.
Okay, well, hey, let's go. Hey, come on now, boys.
There you go. Come on now, boys.
Vikings have a good defense as well, even though the Dallas Cowboys seemingly had their way. Micah Parsons is getting, nonetheless. Ravens, Jags, 4 points. What do you think?
Ravens minus 4 here.
Me as well. Denver Broncos, Carolina Panthers, 2.5, I believe.
I have a hard time picking the Broncos right now with anything, so I'm taking Carolina plus 2.5.
That's hilarious. I'm actually doing the same exact thing. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers. We don't even, I think Sam Darnold's playing. We have no idea how he is at football right now, and we're like, can't bet on. Actually, give me the Broncos because their defense. Give me the Broncos because their defense. We need to pay them more respect. I'll go Broncos minus 2.5, even though saying that out of my mouth felt very uncomfortable because it seems like that team is in complete disarray. Head coach has no clue what's going on. Offense play caller has no clue what's going on. Quarterback used to be great, now stinks. None of it makes sense, but the defense is dominant, so give me the Broncos. Falcons at Commanders. Commanders favored by 4 on a win streak. Everybody's getting J's from Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, Chase Young should be back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Chase Young activated.
Chase Young coming back. I love Heineke and what he does. Give me Washington minus 4.
Give me the Falcons plus 4. Remember, AJ is very hot right now. I am very cold right now, and we are disagreeing on a lot. I like the Falcons plus 4 just because I like the way Ari Smith coaches.
Yep.
And, I hope. We'll see.
You have to cut up his jib.
I also like Taylor Heineke a lot.
Yeah.
Hot with Chase Young coming back. Give me the Commanders. Give me the Commanders. Sorry about it. Sorry about it, AJ. Buccaneers, Browns, 3.5 point spread. Bucks favored on the road in Cleveland. Something to think about with this Cleveland Stadium. And AJ, I know you know this because it was on local news in Ohio. Somebody broke into the Elf Stadium, Brownie the Elf Stadium, Baker Mayfield's former home in those commercials.
Yep. Right.
Broke right in through that security system, right past that security guard we've seen in those commercials, hopped in a golf cart, did donuts on the field. Okay, so there's golf cart tracks on Brownie the Elf's field in Baker Mayfield's home because somebody broke in and decided to do a little joyride, probably while they're boozed up in Cleveland on this holiday week.
What?
Does that change anything? And who do you like? What do you like, AJ?
I like Tampa Bay here. This is another team I don't know what the Browns are. I have a hard time picking them here, and I feel like Tom is going to figure it out enough to maybe win by 7.
Kay Adams said earlier she thinks Tom Brady's all the way back with a vengeance right now after everything has been settled.
Yep.
Maybe that is the case. Give me the Bucks. Bengals, Titans. 1.5. Bengals favored on the road. Vrabel is a dog at home on Thanksgiving weekend. AJ, your thoughts?
I was leaning Bengals early, but I'm taking Tennessee here. I think Tennessee finds a way to win.
Yeah, me too, just because dogs at home. Bengals were able to win down there when it mattered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year.
Oh, yeah.
9 sacks against them.
AFC playoff game. Titans. All right, give me the Titans.
This is a little late here, but I'm just realizing this is Jacoby Brissett's last game. Watson will be back next week for Cleveland.
Doesn't change anything, I don't think, for either of us, does it?
No.
All right, we're both on the Titans. Texans, Miami Dolphins, 13-point favorites at home in Miami. Allegedly, Dougie Mills' job is not safe. That has come out. He is the quarterback for the Houston Texans. It feels like the Houston Texans last year had a lot more promise and hope to be game wreckers than they do this year, which is interesting because it is Dougie Davis Mills' second year in the system. Pep Hamilton's still there. Lovie Smith is still there. They have gotten worse when they've lost the distraction that is the Deshaun Watson situation. None of it makes sense. Their running back, Pierce, is a dog. Is that enough to cover 13 points, AJ Hawk?
I don't think so. I got to take Miami here, minus 13 for old Bubba Gumpino up there in Canada. I think his boys are going to roll.
Miami might score 70 points, too. Remember, their offense can score no matter what. At home in Miami, it's going to be thick. I like Miami minus 13 as well.
When, if ever, have the Dolphins been favored by 13 points?
Yeah, certainly.
Culpepper?
Maybe Marino.
Marino?
Yeah.
Marino.
Who knows? Congrats to the Dolphins being at this point.
Let's go. Yeah.
Good for you, Gumpy, pal.
Let's go, pal.
Bears, Jets, 5.5-point spread. Jets are favorite at home with Mike White starting. Wow.
Was it stay up there?
What's Justin Fields' status?
He's good.
He's tired.
Yep.
No, but his
He has
shoulder or whatever.
He has an AC on his left.
His legs are sore.
Okay. So he'll play.
Ice bath this week.
But played a game with a torn shoulder.
It's not.
It's his off shoulder.
It's
partially torn.
Still
Sprained
running
AC.
the ball and
He's a dog. Yeah, I
Is
agree.
AC tone?
Yeah, that's what I
Sprained.
just saw. Yeah.
All right, give me the Bears plus 5.5.
Oh yeah,
You fool.
All right, give me the Jets with Mike White. I mean, you're talking about a brand new energy in that building without having to deal with Zach Wilson being their quarterback. Everybody's saying it's dog shit, horse shit. The special team is going to come out gunning, I would assume. They're going to have a pretty big game. Give me the Jets, even though I like Justin Fields as a quarterback for the Bears. Think we got some things to figure out off the field. Nothing bad. I think he's a great human. Don't love the rest days already as a 24-year-old.
Sure.
Don't like the having
he's
to try
just
to.
joshing.
Justin, yeah, I understand he's just joking around or whatever. Trolling is how you're viewing it.
Well,
that kind of scares me.
I actually heard that press conference. He was like, "I guess my legs are sore."
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's 24 now. What happens if he's 28,
Well,
29,
it was a throwaway
30,
comment.
31, 32? No, they're putting him on limited reps already, right? Because his legs, he's 24. Like, I have respect for how talented he is athletically. I think he is incredibly electrifying. I'm happy that Chicago has a quarterback that they can rally behind and have a little bit of energy behind and appreciate. I do not think it's good for a 24-year-old to be on a pitch count already. I don't think that's good. AJ, am I wrong in thinking that?
It does worry me a bit for the future, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not just about right now managing and getting through this season. It's like, let's say this guy is a guy. What's going to happen when he's 27, which is nowhere near the end of a quarterback? This is just the beginning of it. Pitch counts are happening already. It's like how many things. That scares me. That scares me a little bit. Hopefully they'll be able to figure it out.
You can also put him on a pitch count, but like that didn't change how they played him on Sunday. Like he still rushed for like 18 times. You know what I mean? Like, so they're putting him on a pitch count during the week, but then on Sundays he's not playing any differently.
Yeah, which I mean, I think you should continue to. You still got to build here. I think.
Yeah.
But I still think he's got to. Especially if you're going to run him that much.
Right. Exactly.
I don't think it's like, hey,
That's how you get hurt.
you got to keep working. You got to keep building. I think there's two different ways to look at it. I would assume that they're going to make the right decision because they are changing the offense for Justin Fields. That kind of scares me, but I do like the energy in New York. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. Justin Fields, freak, much more athletic than me. Ripped, stronger, more cardiovascular than me. I'm just pointing out the fact that I don't understand how that is already happening. That seems very early. Hope he's okay. Raiders, Seahawks in Seattle. 3.5-point spread. Hawks are favored at home with Geno Smith and the boys rolling against a Raiders team that just got a massive win over the Broncos, where Devontae Adams waved to other Broncos fans as they left the stadium. Who do you like here?
I like the Seahawks here at -3.5 at home with Geno.
Just lost the NFC or the
Raiders are hot.
NFC West.
So the Raiders aren't hot. They've only won one.
2 games after a cry game, I hear, is the peak.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, is this a new, like...
I mean, last year they went on a run to get to the playoffs.
I'll take the Raiders. I like the Seahawks, though. Would like to let everybody know the Seahawks. 3.5 is a lot of points still. So let's, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
We're in a good spot. Chargers, Cardinals, the game of what are they? 4.5-point spread. Chargers favored in Arizona, fresh out of Monday Night Football in Stadio Azteca. Who do you like? What do you like?
Is Kyler playing?
Allegedly, it has moved to 3. Is that an accurate 4.5 to 3?
So Kyler's playing then.
So Kyler Murray instead of Cole.
Yeah, it's 3.
4.5 to 3 means big news came. Kyler Murray, probably going to play, I guess, if that's what all the sports books are thinking. Getting 3 points at home still against Justin Herbert. Who do you like?
I like the Chargers at -3 here.
Okay, give me. Oh, this is tough, huh?
Yeah. Very tough.
These are some tough games.
Cardinals just fired
offensive line coach / run game coordinator.
Yeah. His name is A.S. Shipley, I think.
Yeah, he looks exactly like AQ.
Buckets.
Holy shit.
He was squeezing butts in New Mexico City.
Can't do that. I heard that. That's
not good.
Give me the other two, man.
Okay.
Chargers it is.
What the fuck's going on over there in Arizona?
Good question.
They're burning down. The GM just needs to get his camp in order. I love the guy to death, but they just can't have that happening.
It's crazy. All right, let's go to the next game, which is the Rams and the Chiefs, 4:25 Sunday. Can't wait to watch this one. 14.
Oh my God.
It's been moved. It has moved to 15. 15.5-point spread between the reigning Super Bowl champions against the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of lines moving from this morning until now. It's because we're on Wednesday, so they're still trying to feel some things out when we normally do this on Friday. Rams, 15.5-point underdogs traveling to the home of the Chiefs. Chiefs looking to make this an LA Derby back-to-back weeks, beating all of the teams from the City of Stars. What do you like? How do you like it, AJ?
Is Matthew Stafford playing?
Probably not.
No, he's not. Bryce Perkins is playing.
No.
Perkins, I heard, is better than Wolford, though.
He is.
Wow.
Okay.
So I heard.
I'll take the Chiefs here. A lot of points, but I like the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. This would be an impossible one to pick the Rams, especially with how we've seen the Chiefs play. In high step, it's becoming Travis Kelce season. So no matter who else is on the team, it's coming to the time where when they need it or got to have it, they're going to end up at 87.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes is going to. So that's a good anytime touchdown score. Maybe another 2. And people are going to think he can't score another 2. Yes, he can.
Yeah. He can. He will.
That is the type of guy you look at. He has more touchdowns than any wide receiver, I think, or tight end since whatever year, maybe like the last 5 years, more touchdowns than anybody. I like whenever Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are rolling because they're fun to watch. And there's been some games in the past this season and in seasons past where they play down to their competition. Mm-hmm. They don't really put a step. This is the reigning Super Bowl champions. I don't think they're going to play down to the Super Bowl champs. I think they're going to show out. 4:25 game, everybody's going to watch it. I like the Chiefs as well. And the Rams, I gave a speech to them last Friday. Mm-hmm. Nobody listened. They lost their Saints.
Yeah, they're dead.
Hey, let everybody down. I was a big fucking proponent of theirs going into the season, the way they went about doing things, and they just let us all down, haven't they?
Big time.
Yes.
Saints, Niners, the team that beat the Rams last week. The Saints travel to San Francisco. 9.5-point spread on this Wednesday.
Jesus.
Niners are favored after fucking handling business on Monday night against the Cardinals. Who do you like? What do you like, AJ?
I mean, I like the Niners to keep it rolling. Jimmy G's feeling it. I saw him running off the field in Mexico was so juiced, throwing things in the crowd. So I'm going to have to go, even though 9.5 is a lot, I'm taking Jimmy G and the Niners here and their defense.
You know what I thought about the other day whenever Jimmy G was like fully embracing and loving being a Niner publicly?
What's that?
It's like Christian McCaffrey just got here a couple weeks ago. He loves being a Niner. And Jimmy G's like, oh, I've been here a lot longer. Like, Christian's coming to Jimmy G's team. As opposed to Jimmy G maybe feeling like this wasn't his team this year because it was being set up for Trey Lance. He wasn't there. It's like, I think the addition of Christian McCaffrey, like Jimmy G has had to be welcoming. I think Jimmy G has had to be more Mr. 49er than he could have ever imagined being at the beginning of the season whenever he was practicing on another field and he was away from everybody and they were going to trade him. So I just think all vibes in San Francisco are awesome right now.
So high.
Like, I love it. I enjoy it. Kittle's getting a rock again and maybe. Right through the air. Debo's still skirting through people. Ayuk's getting in the end zone. Christian McCaffrey's Christian McCaffrey. And then Elijah is still there. And he's a fucking guy. It just feels like they got a lot on offense, and Kyle Shanahan's going to figure out how to give everybody the ball. And even if they don't, I guess people aren't going to be pissed. I like the Niners as well. Then Packers, Eagles. Touchdown spread on Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers. Christian Watson go to Philadelphia to take on Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Ndamukong Suh, Linval Vol Joseph, Fletcher Cox. A loaded team. Devontae Smith and the boys are over there. It has moved to 6.5. Does that change anything for you, A.J.? Who do you like?
Man, I mean, I like the Packers at +7. I just don't know. I hope they can block that Philly front. I hope the Packers can have some success running the ball. But, I'll take the Packers at +6.5.
Hey, way to go, AJ. That's very nice of you. Congrats to the Packers for, maybe bouncing back and having an incredible Thanksgiving over at the Crosby's house.
Yeah.
Now, 2 times I picked against the Bills or against the Packers in the last 3 years. They covered the other way.
That's right.
I rolled with them last week.
Heavy.
Bad.
Yeah.
I'm going the other way.
Yep.
Eagles, for the good of everybody. I'm going Eagles -6.5. You're welcome. When you're saying the Thanksgiving thanks at Crosby, you're welcome for doing this. But I like that Eagles team. I like Sirianni. That one's for Frank, bitch. Screaming at the crowd. Hey, I respect it. Okay, I like the fact that he's still loyal and thankful for everything that Frank Reich did for him, because Frank Reich obviously hired him as his offense coordinator, which put him in a position to now be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, in which he is crushing. Now, Nick had to pay attention to Eagles football after he left the Colts, but I think if he was to go back and watch the film, there's a reason why Indianapolis had to move on from his mentor, because when he left, the offense seemed to stink. Sirianni, incredible offensive-minded person, has found a way to be successful with that Eagles squad. We should have beat them. We've seen it.
Definitely.
That means the Eagles are going to want to showcase even more who they are. Let's get back. Sirianni's giving a big. Let's get back on track. I think the Eagles have a big game on Sunday Night Football, and if they don't, I'm pumped, because that means Aaron Rodgers Tuesday is going to be a glorious one after the Packers have found a way back into good graces of the NFL and playoff predictions by beating one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah,
The Johns are going to be out.
Appreciate, AJ betting on it. I will not bet on the Packers until they prove that they can.
Not your dollars.
No, yeah, not my hard-earned money.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for everything that watch this show. We are incredibly lucky and fortunate to be able to do this for a living. The fact that we are self-owned and operated, the ability to do whatever, go wherever, kind of at all times.
Wild.
Is insane. And it's all because people like you watch this show, and if you're on YouTube Live right now, or Twitter, or Instagram, or TikTok, or wherever you take in our bullshit, we can't thank you enough. For this Thanksgiving, I want you to know that when I'm stuffing my face with some delicious stuffing, oh my God. And when I push that sweet slaw known as mashed potato to the side so I don't fill up any space in my stomach with that horse shit. And I grab the dark meat from the turkey and the white meat, which I've been told is not just dry all the time. Shout out to my wife. And I grab some ham, and I have the Hawaiian roll and the crescent roll. And then I dive into some sweet potato crunch before I snag a piece of that beautiful apple pie. I want to let you know that I am very thankful. I am very grateful and appreciative of all of you motherfuckers who spend your days with us. You are the coolest people on earth. We are lucky beyond words, and we'll be back for an Overreaction Monday that should be rather absurd with the next 5 days of football. Thank you all so much. You are the best people on earth. And to the boys here, thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat.
Tone, can't wait to watch
Thank
Hammer
Dahn.
in 15 minutes. Everybody in the back, thank you. I love you guys. Dirty, Bruce, Mitt, CFO Phil, D-Butt, AQ, Coach. Thank you, everybody in our world. Tim McAfee, drilling things into the wall still here at the Thunderdome. Put a dishwasher in yesterday.
Hell yeah.
AJ, for spending time with us every single day in your attic. I am so grateful for everybody. I'm so thankful for everybody. We have 2 giveaways that have already happened today. Please enter those. We'll have giveaways tomorrow. Try to give back as much as possible because we are grossly overcompensated for what we get to do every single day. Thank you so much. We'll be at Ohio State for College Game Day on Saturday morning. AJ, you going to be there?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to the game.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
We love you all. Hammer
Dahn
is in 15. Remember to say something nice to somebody. There's no reason to fight with anybody that you disagree with. It's a waste of energy. Just fucking move on. Enjoy your life. Let's live. See you Monday.